rather not, hopefully I won't fall in them and kill myself upon my own knife.
Yeah, but you must have Japanese toys that are like that too, Don, so you're used to it.
Yeah,
Hey, I've got Matt. Sharp edges. That's all he does.
He sounds so much better now, Don. Yeah, so I've typically been buying the iGear stuff, and the iGear stuff is not bad as far as like sharp edges. Citizen Stack is, if it wasn't for the sharp edges and the slightly funky looking face, I would say that it would be a really good Ultra Magnus.
Well, now there is a.
I have the improved one.
No, oh yeah, definitely no. I mean there's a head add-on head kit that you can get that one of the guys has been trying to get me to pick up. I just haven't got around to it yet.
I shouldn't have to buy an add-on head kit to make.
Oh yeah, if you want to spend another $50 on this figure.
No, actually, it's only $20. I'm just saying it does have different expressions. It's not just a replace. It's not just one head. It's a variety of expressions. If you want to.
Don says, "Let me tell you about this head I got."
That was 13 or 14 years ago, so I forgot.
Actually, yeah, it was probably that long ago that the thing happened with Rob. Kristen's not watching, so it doesn't matter. He's not bad. He's not bad at all, but my God, it's there are certain parts of this that I'm afraid of touching.
That's what she said?
Yeah, or he said.
Well, actually, I enjoy Citizen Stack. I think he's very well done. It does show that I think KFC's strength, whatever they're calling themselves now,
KTC.
Thank you.
Yet the news keeps coming out under
They
KFC.
still call themselves KFC. Yeah.
It's like, we changed our name, but who cares?
Yeah, I think there's you know how a lot of people like a certain third-party companies have niches they fall into that is their main thing. I think theirs is going to be larger scale toys. I don't think the small cassettes.
No, they're cassette.
Well, I'm just saying up to this point. I mean, again, whatever they're learning with the larger figures, having more mass to work with, maybe they can go back and do some of their other cassettes.
So I don't like to use the word mass in this because he has no mass whatsoever. He is
volume
light. Yeah, he is
really.
He is light as a feather.
I get mine tomorrow, so.
I mean, he's not like he's heavier than a Deluxe. He's probably not as heavy as a Voyager. He's mostly empty space, kind of like that really crappy Ultra Magnus figure we got 13 years ago.
The titanium?
No, that had nice weight to it because it was full of metal.
Yeah, never mind. Sorry, Don, just picking.
It was an attack against Rid, Don.
Well, not Rid in general. Wow.
There is nothing wrong with that Ultra Magnus toy. Sure, he's a little
other than the fact that it exists.
The spy charger's not bad.
We can measure that reaction in real time on a stopwatch. We didn't even need computers to calculate that for us.
There is nothing other than that toy being a little tall.
Hey, screw you! Sorry, Don.
Just for that, I am going to have Massey take over for me while I fix a pot of coffee. I'll be right back.
That's fine.
Don't hurry back.
So, Brian, overall, are you glad you have it?
For half the price, and if the mold was less sharp, it would be really worth it. So, knowing that he is literally putting Massey there, that's awesome. I love that. Don is awesome. Do I like it? Yes. Would I do it over again? No. That's awesome.
He's giving Massey instructions now.
Brian, you're supposed to lie to me and be like, "Oh yeah, it's the greatest thing ever."
No, I'm honest. I would just, if I was going to buy a third party now, the one that I would rebuy, if magically I had to rebuy it, is I really, really do like Salmore. That's been the only one that I would actually recommend anyone buy.
Well, you do have to rebuy that one because you don't have the black and green one yet.
I wouldn't recommend Mania King. I wouldn't recommend Jhiaxus. I mean, not Jhiaxus. Whatever his name. Citizens.
Die-Stack. Thank you, because I was actually considering picking that up, and now I don't have to.
It's pretty, but it doesn't scratch the itch.
That would be a great quick segment. You know, to go around like, what third-party figures do you have? Would you buy again?
I would. Don't know that I would limit that just to third-party stuff.
Oh, well.
I mean, there's
Well,
official
I mean,
stuff.
third party's kind of particularly relevant just for how much this stuff costs.
Yeah, sure, we can do it. I'm always looking for a topic.
Well, in my case, I'd probably rebuy everything I've actually paid money for.
You've
Now,
been very
what
exclusive.
I wouldn't rebuy would be this.
Ah,
Oh, your
even
videos.
at $20, right?
What?
You paid $20 for it?
I did not.
Oh, okay.
I
I was
don't.
going to
I
say,
don't
even
have
at $20, I
XV's
would.
video.
I did not pay anything for this.
Oh.
I got $20.
I did not pay anything for this, and I also got a boxed, whatever they call thrust, boost store?
Okay.
Whatever, the
Your
thrust
stream, your
version.
stream's not working. Your videos.
Yes, I have no idea
Oh.
what you're talking about.
I paid $20 for it, and I still wouldn't rebuy it.
I mean, we can talk more about this when we're actually doing show,
Yeah.
since, you know, these are floating around for pretty cheap, and somebody might want to hear about why, I guess. Is my video working now?
No.
I'm kind of curious myself if what you're
Okay,
gonna
let me try
say lines
restarting.
up.
Let me try restarting Skype or something.
Okay.
All right, I actually saw his video, no problem. But now I'm just getting
Well, that doesn't really matter anyway because you're not the one streaming it.
correct.
I'll be back.
XV has a point.
Typically,
Well, I'm not trying to argue with.
So, yeah. The Rob posted your review of Wheeljack onto T-Formers today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I have not watched that yet.
I haven't watched the whole thing. I kind of wait on reviews until after I get mine. I won't have mine till Friday.
Well, I got mine today, so I just opened it about 2 hours ago.
Because unless I'm on the fence about something, I don't typically watch the review until I want to know whether I agree with somebody or not. And I was getting that either way, so.
Yeah, if I know I'm going to review something, I try to make sure I don't watch anyone's review. Because I just want to
But you don't
have my own opinion.
you don't want to throw up in your mouth.
Yeah.
so let me know if I'm working now.
You're
No.
working.
Nope.
Well-
Not here.
Really? He's fine for me.
It could be me.
No, I got the little circle.
Don, can you see me?
Why
Don,
would,
can you
only,
unmute and tell me if you can see me?
why would only half of us be able to see him?
Yes, I see you fine in your luxurious hair and your Riker beard.
I'm still the one hosting the call. Let me call you guys right back.
Okay.
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 Okay, I'm going to call these guys right back. I love Skype. Love Skype. Not really. I don't really love Skype. Okay. Hello,
Give me
people.
good-
Yeah, there you are.
There he is.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, what I was talking
Now I
about.
just can't see Dawn.
That's fine. I can
There
see
he
that.
is.
What I was talking about was this
Oh.
Was that the iGear knockoff?
Impossible Toys Tetrajet.
Yeah, I can't believe anybody's paid money for those.
I didn't, so that's cool.
I got not thrust. I just haven't opened them yet.
I have a box not thrust also.
Well, for $20, and it's an actual, almost more than meets the eye episode 1 Tetrajet. I kind of had to get at least one of them just to have one.
Makes sense. I mean, the only one I really cared about having was Sunstorm because orange.
Well, aren't you glad you got him?
The thing is, too, there's not like, besides the first e-hobby Sunstorm that was the original Seeker mold, there is not another Sunstorm colored like this. You know, they all skew to like yellow as the primary color instead of orange, and I don't like any of them. They're doing it wrong.
The BotCon one is orange. But you hate that mold, so.
I'm sick of that mold. Like, you know, in 2010 when Thundercracker and Dirge and Thrust were coming out, I was eagerly looking for them because I wanted to complete the set. There wasn't anything better, and, you know. But I mean, past that point, yeah, I'm sick of it. It needs to go away. I'm all for it if they want to make an updated version of that with, you know, more modern design sensibilities.
Yes.
But like we've talked about before, that toy was old when it was new.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was like the original classic mold. That
it was in more ways than one. Because I remember when people went to BotCon in 2005, maybe they showed like first prototypes of the classic stuff, and the first thing they showed was Starscream. It was the first thing they worked on, and after that was Hot Rod, and you can kind of tell. You can tell the progression of how the toys were designed because each one was a little bit better than the one before.
I don't think that Hot Rod is any better than the Seekers.
Well, that had to be. I was at 06 as well.
I
don't remember seeing the prototype.
They hit retail in 06, so.
Yeah,
I mean,
like the summer of 2006, I think.
Was BotCon in spring or fall at that point? Because there was a couple years when it was off.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Don would know.
Don should know.
I should know.
You're not Don, though.
Don should know what.
When in the year was BotCon 2005? Spring or fall or summer?
I'd have to look it up on the archives. I can't.
Oh.
After so many, they all blend together. I just remember.
I guess so.
2005. No, that was going to be late summer because that was in Texas when they were calling for the hurricanes.
Yeah, okay.
Because 05 was that really awesome hotel that we've never.
And it was the one that they rushed the hurricane refugees or whatever. And it was the first time I saw Hoop be a decent human being, and it was interesting. Oh, since then, I mean, you know, I've seen it a lot, but back then that was the first time that he wasn't like a jerk. I mean, I love the guy. You know, I went to his wedding. He's been to mine. You know, we hang out.
That's the best story. Well, this was the first time I saw this person be a decent human being.
I'm a little quiet. Okay. Oh, I am a little quiet. Thank you for pointing that out.
Now you're a little loud to us.
Okay. Blah, 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 blah.
I'll live with it.
Yeah, 2005 was the Descent into Evil set where we got the Ratchet, the Ironhide.
It was the first Fun Pub year.
Yeah, first Fun Pub year. Yep.
Anyway,
that was the one where I told Brian Savage he needed to get Brian Kilby involved with BotCon.
Point being, though, Hot Rod was a little bit better than the Seekers because Hot Rod's legs could move all the way forward instead of just about that much.
The Seekers toys are awful.
Yeah, no, like that's what I've been talking about the whole time. They were old when they were first made.
Yeah, I mean,
because they were the first thing made for classics, and the first toy is never good.
But we still have bought the crap out of them.
Some people own literally every instance that has been produced.
They definitely made their money off that mold.
Yeah, other than the Sail and G2 Starscream, I've probably got all the Seeker molds just because it's classics.
Yeah, but not just you know,
those aren't out yet though.
Not just individual mold versions, but like literally every retail or exclusive version that's been produced. Some people have all of those, which is coming up on about 30 now.
I have every retail version of it.
I was gonna say that's got to be a whole shelf of just Seekers.
Pretty much. I think what FunPub was saying was that with G2 Starscream in the cell, the total actually comes up to 31 now.
They shouldn't even release that information. I would have kept that quiet. Yeah. Hey, we gave this to you 31 times. Take it some more.
Well, FunPub themselves did.
11, like
the original Thrilling 30. It's all secret.
Well, think too. We don't know what the seventh surprise figure in Wave 3 is going to be yet.
It'll be a secret.
And
the mystery figure in subscription 3.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking
yes.
about? Yeah. It's a Legends class toy, so it's not going to be another Seeker.
I was going to say Seekers tend to come in threes.
It could be a Seeker because this exists, and depending what they do, I wouldn't mind that.
It could be Starscream in 2006 classic Starscream colors.
It'll be Legends. Action Master Thundercracker.
Oh, maybe
That would be awesome. I would love that.
Maybe it could be a different version of the Starscream's ghost toy.
Oh God, I don't have that
Like
one.
in Starscream all in clear plastics.
Well, some kind of maybe it's like kind of sparkly plastic, like when he was not
So
quite
you went to
trans.
Twilight Starscream.
No, this wouldn't suck. I mean, like in the y'all remember the PVC Megatron that was him being in the middle of being reformatted by Galvatron?
Oh, yeah.
Kind of like that.
Vaguely.
Just not as dark and opaque.
It was just like, a partly clear purple Megatron with like grid lines tampoed on.
Yeah, something like that same family of design, but not just a reissue. Heck, they could do a reissue of the clear Starscream if they wanted to, but something to jazz it up a little bit, or whatever.
I mean, there's pretty much no end of things they could do with the Legend Starscream toy.
Yeah, I just the only thing from Wave 3 that I really want is the same thing everybody wants.
Croc.
Serpent OR.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I read the comic today, and I just love that scene with him and Jhiaxus talking. That was.
I probably should have read that. Oh well.
It's a fun little read. It's a fun read.
I was busy all day, so.
And they snuck in his "This I Command," which makes sense in the way they used it. So of course.
I really want a Cars app, just because I really like that.
GB Blackrock.
No, I really like race car looking cars and the way they did the deco on it.
You'd love my 82 Cavalier, because I have a 3 painted on the door, so it's pretty great.
Maybe not life size, but
So you know what they should do? What FumHub should do? They need to make another new head for that body and do it as G2 Soundwave.
For the mold, that's what, the Nightbeat, not Nightbeat, the Bumblebee mold.
Bumblebee, Goldfire, etc. Yeah.
Nightbeat, Cars app, Go Shooter.
You make it
Yeah,
Soundwave?
that's what I'm saying. They should do another new head for it and do it as G2 Soundwave.
Oh, okay, I get what you're saying.
all right.
Hmm?
Now I'm really angry.
Why?
Good.
I'm sorry. I can save it for the show, but I'll put the link in so you can see what I'm talking about. Did it send?
Yeah, it's sent.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's ready to ship.
Yeah. So why did I get a cancellation or an email saying that they're probably gonna?
Because it's ToysRUs.com and they have some issues.
But
like
you ordered it from
other
3 different
places.
places, so you have backups, right?
Well,
I
if
canceled,
one of them ever ships,
I
yeah.
canceled my pre-order from them because I didn't expect to get it. So
Are y'all? Well, are y'all for those of y'all that got it? Are y'all going to try the Chrome thing that Cheetah has put up about taking the Chrome off, or are you going to just leave it chromed?
I'm gonna leave it chromed.
Well, I mean, leaving it chromed is a great plan in theory, but since the clear red paint over the chrome is going to chip off almost immediately, you may change your idea there.
mine's already shipped. Oh, I didn't realize it's already shipped. I'll have it Friday.
Let me check mine. Maybe mine shipped and. Nice.
Oh, totally unrelated tangent. I'm just wondering, did anybody else watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. last night?
I don't
Yes.
watch TV.
No.
Did you saw it, Melvar?
Mhm.
Did you see the bit? And it's not a spoiler. I'm just saying, Melvar will know what I'm talking about. The bit with Fitz and Simmons. Did you see that coming? Because I didn't.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, because I must be old and rusty and old because I totally did not catch that till they said that. It was like, oh no, I completely I feel so stupid for missing that. But yeah, I watched Scorpion on Monday. Yeah, Scorpion on Monday.
I love the Scorpions.
Well, the CBS show, Brian, not the.
Here I am. Rock you like a hurricane. Hey, so Diecast, did you get your Loot Crate?
No, I canceled Loot Crate.
Was it supposed to come with an alien figure?
Yeah.
I didn't realize it had that. I don't get some of these things. Like, there's like this fake money in it. I don't get what the fake money is supposed to be. But it came with a tribble. That's all that matters.
A what?
A tribble.
Ooh.
What is a tribble?
He doesn't know what that is.
Oh, God.
He doesn't know what that is.
Yeah.
Time out, Diecast.
From the 2 best Star Trek episodes ever, Trials and Tribulations. Actually, Trials and Tribulations is the proper use for it, but the Trouble with Tribbles is
let's say 2 of the 3 best Star Trek episodes because there's always In the Pale Moonlight.
And there are 4 lights.
Actually, my favorite part, I actually prefer part 1 to part 2.
Chain of Command.
Yeah.
I prefer.
Yeah, I agree.
Because Jellicoe.
I like Darmok. I like Darmok.
I love Darmok as well.
Because you got Paul Winfield.
We're talking about too many next gen episodes now. I don't like next gen that much, but.
Well, yeah, but I mean, Next Generation has its highlights.
I don't
They
hate
had
next
some
gen.
good episodes.
Right.
I don't hate next gen. Don't get me wrong. I don't hate it. It's just not my favorite. I loved next gen.
Time Zero Part 1.
Yes. I love Time Zero.
Well,
Part 1 is awful. I do love part 2.
I will say
Part 1's hilarious though.
I
because
I love the
Part
guy
1 is better than part 2.
I like part 2. Part 2 is charming.
I love the guy they had doing Mark Twain.
A werewolf, the cigarette smoking man.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's a werewolf.
Well, that's what a wig will do for you, I guess.
But I tell
An
you,
accent.
Yeah.
But I tell you, y'all have got to watch Babylon 5 if you've not watched it.
I have repeatedly.
I watched DS9 instead. I would just watch it again. I loved I loved Next Gen so much as a kid until Deep Space Nine came around, and I'm like, this is better.
Was better.
JMS liked telling the story of when Robert Foxworth was supposed to do a second appearance on Babylon 5, but canceled on them to do a Deep Space Nine episode instead, so they killed his character off.
That's great.
Now, which one was that? XP, I'm trying to remember the character.
General Haig, if I remember correctly.
Oh yeah, he died off screen.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, okay. I couldn't remember. I thought for a second that was the fighter pilot that discovered the shadows, and they.
No.
Okay.
No, that would have been Robert Foxworth's second appearance on the show if he had actually gone through with it. And
but, it's so nice to have shows to actually look forward to seeing. Because I watched Scorpions, I watched Forever, which I enjoyed, and then I watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So it's really nice to have some shows on that I look forward to watching each week. Plus, if they don't screw it up again, we've got Heroes coming back.
Oh God!
Well, the first season was great.
We don't need that.
But they just dropped the ball after.
That's like saying the first season of Voyager was great. It's technically true.
That's
compared to the rest.
The problem is
the whole thing is still.
Yeah. The problem is there were 3 seasons that came after that one.
That's like saying at the first year of Bush's presidency, he had a record high of approval ratings. I mean,
it was. I would not. The 2 things I would watch that week would be so you want to be a superhero on sci-fi. Yes, it was cheesy, but I loved it. And Heroes. I would not miss Heroes for season 1. After that, it just dropped like a rock. But season 1 was excellent.
Hello, chat room. Hello,
it strikes me though again, and we always talk about this, but we really need to do some kind of Star Trek thing.
I want to do one so bad.
It sounds like Melvar would be interested in that too.
Yeah, I would do one. We need to do that in the Pale Moonlight commentary.
Yeah. Maybe get me, you, Triplet, and Melvar.
I have to rewatch some stuff, but hell yeah,
I will gladly rewatch some stuff. I love.
Oh sure, I rewatch stuff for fun.
Yeah,
yeah. I'm going through season 6 of Next Gen right now.
That's my favorite season. That's my favorite season. But
yeah, I mean that's fine. I just season 6 is the first season I watched first run.
Yes, Paul, I love Popples. I can't help myself.
Okay.
Season 6 is the first season I watched first run, and I liked it well enough. I didn't care for season 7 at all afterwards.
Season 7 is terrible.
But,
I love all good things, though.
With the reruns, I found myself enjoying season 4 and 5 a lot more.
Season 6 had what episodes?
It had Tapestry. That's all that matters.
It had Tapestry. It had Scotty comes back. It had Rascal.
Relics is so awful.
But it's a wonderful kind of awful.
But my favorite part, my favorite thing to come of Relics though, is in The Return, the William Shatner first in the next gen universe Kirk books. It has a reunion of Kirk, Scott. Is it Return or the second one, Ashes to Eden or whatever it is? But it has Kirk, Spock, Scotty, and Bones getting together. Yeah, it's. I need to fix. Hold on. Sorry, Paul. Links were off.
Yeah, Link was off saving Zelda.
You mean Link? Wait, who? Never mind. Sorry, the whole people who think that Link is Zelda. We may not have a Rob this week.
No?
I emailed him this morning just to confirm that he's going to be on. No response.
Did he ever reply?
No.
Oh. Maybe he doesn't realize it's Wednesday.
It's possible.
We need Rob Springer Megazord power now.
I don't get that.
Power Rangers.
I guess if we don't have a Rob, we don't have Q&A either.
Yeah, which is fine.
Well, Brian, if you have something you want to fill the time out, you could ask.
We're going to be talking about a bunch of toy stuff, though. I don't think filling the time is going to be a big problem.
I haven't had a problem filling time in a while, so
not since Rob came back.
Well, I was.
I mean, that's not a knock against anything. It's just
Oh.
It's the truth.
Yeah, no, it's just I was trying to say if you want to put time out with Headmaster Don into play.
Don, we need to plan that out.
I know. I'm saying if anything you wanted to brainstorm, if you need to fill it out, you can always use that. Because I'm in a relatively good mood tonight, which is odd. But I'll take it.
Did you have today off from work or something?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I did. I've got work.
Well, that's why you're in a good mood then.
Yeah, I've got work the next 5 straight, and it's first of the month. And this weekend, we've got 3 people. Half the team is off this whole weekend.
It's not the first of the month. It's only the 24th.
No, he said he's working until the first of the month.
Yeah, and for my company, the weekend before the first of the month is the first of the month, basically.
So it's not the third day of the month? That's not the first of the month?
I'm saying as far as the weekend before is
I just figured for you, like when I was working at a grocery store, Social Security Day was the busiest day of the month.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, yeah, most Walmarts have a grocery department in, but A, I don't think Don works on that side, and B...
I work both back rooms. I work the whole store.
Oh, okay. See, like, I'm working with outdated information, because, like, when I had the experience with it, there was one team for grocery, one team for not grocery.
Yeah, it might have been the case for that store.
If that store had enough personnel, but my store
didn't have that much personnel.
Yeah, my store is at its lowest.
A little sparse.
It's at the lowest it's been in the 15 years I've been at that store.
What you mean to say is that they've decided to work more efficiently than they have been in previous years.
Exactly.
Yes.
Don, you should come up here. I just had a giant Walmart just open up by me. It's got food, everything. It's connected to a mall.
Really?
Yeah.
That's unusual. I've never actually seen that before.
Oh,
really
yeah.
strange.
Mine is connected to a mall.
When I went to Atlanta, there was one attached to something, and I had to go underground to get into it. It was weird.
So Rob Clay has told me in Baltimore there is a 2-story Walmart.
So like other retailers, depending on the cost of real estate, they may come up with unique store layouts to fit. Like the company I was working for was actually looking at designing at one point like a 5-story store for Manhattan.
Interesting.
I don't know how you would get like some the lighter stuff would have to be at the top and the heavier stuff would have to be at the bottom. So I don't know how that was going to work out. As far as Rob's going to be on.
Don.
I have a Target by me that's 2 floors, and I think it's just because they took over space of some other store, and it just happened to be 2 floors. And
yeah, that happens too.
Yeah.
Don.
Yeah.
do you have like a bed sheet over the back of your chair or something?
Yeah, for TFYLP, we were talking about Brave for the past 2 weeks, and I brought some of my Brave toys over here to show off during the podcast.
And he covers his toys with sheets and blankets to keep the sun off of them. The sun comes in right through where he's sitting.
Yeah, and even though I've got really dark sheets in the front, I've still had stuff starting to turn yellow, like one of Land Bison's legs, even with the sheets over them. But again, that's probably just age yellowing.
Did anybody else read Great Expectations in high school? Like the lady that had all the mirrors covered up in her house because she was left at the altar. Like everything is covered up. That's what Don's apartment is like, except it's toys. And he does it to keep the sun off of them. And his toys do yellow like nothing I've ever seen before. It's crazy.
Maybe it's a reaction to the cat.
No, I have 3 cats in the house, and I don't have a problem with that.
Is one of your cats yellow?
I did go to work one day with a white shirt that had a yellow spot on it. I never understood what it was until about 2 hours later, and I'm like, "What in the hell smells?" It was me. The cat left me a present. I was too stupid to realize it.
I walked in yesterday, and apparently something with Massey's stomach. I agree with him because I found 3 piles of cat barf in 3 different places.
You know, sometimes they will just do that because they're angry.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Cats are basically 4-legged, furry, walking assholes.
So, let's see. Well,
I'm gonna give Rob a minute. I'm gonna go grab some fake Red Bull.
Yeah, I was going to open up a lot of my stuff today, and then I got started. I was channel flipping on YouTube, and I thought, I want to rewatch this episode of Build Fighters.
Just save it for the show. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to open the stuff during the show, and people are going to get my live reaction.
I've got one left. I'm going to...
Oh, that's the one I would probably open first. So pretty.
I didn't know.
Well, that's the only one left. That's the only one I have left to open.
Okay,
so
be right back.
How'd you like Jhiaxus? Because he's orange.
Very orange.
Yeah, okay, so I have a concept in mind for what to do with that down the road. Which is I'm gonna see if I can get a cheap Armada Starscream and mix and match the red parts from that and the orange parts from Jhiaxus and get basically like a plastic colors base for a hooligan to be painted later.
Oh.
Because that would actually it's not gonna work completely right because I can't knock pins out to swap all the different parts, but mostly it should work.
Yeah.
It'll still have gray biceps. And the interior parts are going to be whatever color they are on whatever the body ends up being from, but it'll work.
Yeah. What are the odds, do you think, of Takara giving us a actually correct colored Jhiaxus?
I kind of am doubting it because I don't think they have much basis to care about Jhiaxus to even bother releasing that version of the mold.
Then silence.
Yeah, well.
Oh, and I got Sailor Jupiter last week, so I was happy with that. So I have all. How
happy were you, Don?
I'm happy to have a complete set, but I still need Tuxedo Mask. And,
yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, I know. And I'm not really worried about the Outer Scouts right now. I just really wasn't that hepped up on them. I might get them if I see them on cheap down the road. I missed last week when I was out of town. I missed the Amiyami's reorder window for Kachidoki arms. I missed that. Yeah. Did
you get your order in for the Steel Core trailer?
Yes. It's I wound up having flashbacks to Matty Collector because it took about an hour. I
heard that from a lot of people. That the site was crashing the whole time.
And then Megamus over there at TFYLP about 3 minutes after we were done got his in 2 minutes because all the rush had died down, and he went right in and got it. I said, yeah, but the thing is with Fanscore project stuff is that if you don't try to get it right away, like Rift Shot and Recoiler, the 2 armor bots for
Rack and Ruin, yeah.
Yeah, Rack and Ruin, basically. If you don't try to get them when they go up, you're going to pay a lot on the secondary market.
Mm-hmm.
And I really, because I was afraid a lot of people would be going back and buying the set that included Steel Core, because a lot of people didn't think about getting him until after they saw reviews about how well made it was.
Yeah, I mean, I was actually thinking about, like, trying to get money together for long enough to get a Steel Core and trailer, and then just sell the trailer off to someone who already has Steel Core, because I don't care about having the trailer to hold the little guys. But
yeah, that's all that does, right? Is just like a carrier.
Yeah, as far as it's ever been shown, it is just a carrier.
But you do get the other 3 figures, which will be different cores.
Yeah,
and I figured if nothing else, it's worth it to get the trailer. So that way, if you get if you've got Revolver like I do, you can switch out the cores and have some display variability. Plus, you know, if you're a premium member, you might get listings and notifications first. So there's always a benefit there. But
no, I mean, there's not really a downside to doing that. It's just, you know, making the initial investment toward it.
Is that still alive, or are they sold out by now?
I think that's all gone.
Okay, good. I purposely made sure I missed it.
Yeah, it was a time-limited thing, so...
Yeah, it was, like, limited to, like, 1,000 pieces or something.
Yeah.
I didn't see that numbering mentioned, like, in the early notifications of it, but, you know, they did say there was a limited number of spaces, and it wouldn't be up for very long.
Just in case anyone doesn't recognize, this is Steel Core here. He's a completely original character from Fans Project. He's not meant to be anybody, but I guess you could say he's sort of like their Ultra Magnus. That's the closest comparison. Basically, he is a Power Master because the cores do come out and are swappable. Because if you look at the promo stuff, the core pictured with the trailer is red.
Yeah.
So
the trailer's coming with another core robot, and I think the Steel Core they're running with that is still going to have the original blue one too.
So go ahead.
No, I'm fine.
Well, I was going to say, Rob may not be on, and he may be late. He sent me a text saying that he had to work late, so we will find...
Okay, so I guess we just need to...
We'll power through, and if he hops on, he hops on.
Yeah.
So, let's go ahead and jump to the show! Let me check my levels. Levels. Let me drink some not Red Bull first. You guys missed a great show last week with that Hemo Rage stuff. I was filling it the next day.
Yeah, well, I was actually when you started the show going to ask you about how that went last week.
Yeah, were you able to go to sleep?
We'll talk about XV.
It was pretty fantastic.
Yeah, I was complaining about it at work. Okay. This is Radio Free Cybertron episode 384. Recorded the 24th of September, 2014. I'm your host, Brian Kilby. With me this week, we have Melvar XV, a.k.a. Chris. He's Chris. As I mentioned before, I knew him for like 10 years before he actually told me his name.
Uh-huh. And that was another 5 years before I let you see me.
Yeah, I know. Such a weird person.
I know, isn't it great?
Diecast and Don. Rob Springer may be on. He may not be. He's
Schrodinger's Rob.
No. I mean, I don't have any way of, like, collapsing the waveform and then he'll just show up or he won't. It's not like he's in the state where I can't observe him.
Literally, yeah. I mean, because he's in Georgia and you're in North Carolina.
Yeah, but I don't have a way of like, you know, opening the door and he's there and I can check to see if he is or he isn't. Mm-hmm. So I don't know that Schrodinger's cat's an apt analogy, Don.
Well, I had to say it. Massey's pointing a gun at me.
Okay.
Actually, is it Chekhov's gun?
No, Sulu's gun.
Sulu's gun.
Anyway, so, Brian, I didn't get to watch all of last week's episode. How did that whole hemostat thing go for you?
The Hemo Rage Black that John DeLuna sent me?
Yes.
I was up for quite a while. So it's
now, when you say up, Do you mean that you were in a state of like hypermanic energy, or you were just awake the whole night?
Or he was in a house full of balloons.
Ah.
Oh my god. Bad Dawn. Bad. So, I have not watched that, nor will I. So, I don't know, guys. Diecast Melvar, was I more hyper than usual?
He was talking really fast there for a while. And he couldn't finish his sentences.
That's the thing that I saw. Like, he wasn't talking that fast for me, maybe because I'm a little bit more northern than you guys. I'm used to fast talking, but he was definitely like not completing stuff.
Yeah, it was pretty great.
Basically, Brian was doing his brainstorm cosplay.
So
it's almost like the same
energy.
Yeah, it's almost like the same thing when you're like really tired. Like you just start talking about stuff, and you're like, "What was I saying?"
Yeah.
I had a hard time going to sleep and
going to sleep. Yeah,
that was
as we record.
Yeah, I couldn't hardly sleep.
So are you sure you're not still feeling the effects of that now? Because
I am kind of tired, so I just drank a little bit of my not Red Bull from SodaStream. So let me drink a little more of that.
Did you find like a local source for Hemo Rage?
No, I don't want to. I mean,
it's probably a safe bet.
It's great and all, but if I really wanted to get that amped up, I would just take some Hydroxycut Hardcore or something.
After about an hour, he said he was seeing spots. So
that was pretty great. I
think that might have been a blood pressure elevation.
It's possible.
I mean that is how like super high blood pressure presents.
Hopefully, it wasn't like a blood vessel bursting.
No, it's just the pressure, and it creates little spots in your vision because the light's not getting completely through anymore.
Nice. Okay, that's great.
Fun, huh?
Yeah. So let's see here. So that was pretty good. I enjoyed it, and I'm really actually kind of dragging now. So let me drink down some more of this Red Bull, fake Red Bull.
No, it's not fake Red Bull. It's third-party Red Bull.
Yeah. SodaStream is
Rojo Toro.
Yeah. So
it's Toro.
Blue Bison.
We'll never have Red Bull. We'll never have SodaStream as a sponsor. So I can say most of their soda sucks, but their fake Red Bull is great. Okay, so on the show this week, we have shirts. Buy a shirt. My God, buy a shirt. tfradio.net/shirt. They are freaking gorgeous. And we need to sell 36 more.
High quality, comfortable shirts.
Thank you so much to everyone that has bought a shirt. We really appreciate it. Not everybody out there, needs an RSE shirt, but I think that
don't they really?
I don't know that everyone needs one, but I think that if you want to be cool, you probably need one.
Plus, the best thing about the shirt is the logo is in Robots in Disguise font.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
That's true.
So we have 2 weeks, and we need to sell through about 35 more. I actually have a couple orders.
We can totally do this, you guys. Everybody needs to come together and buy these shirts.
Buy a damn shirt.
Buy our shirts.
Buy our shirts.
If these shirts don't sell, I'm going to have to kick Diecast off the show. So we're going to have to.
Okay, so new plan.
I will not drink any more caffeine before the show. Buy a shirt. Yeah, please buy a shirt. They're awesome. They're $20 plus $5 shipping. That's for basically if you want to buy as many shirts as you want. Is that right?
Like if you want to just buy 36 shirts right now.
As long as you're in the U.S. If you're outside of the U.S., send an email to contact@tfradio.net and let me know, and we'll get you a shirt. So that I've got a couple international orders that I have to put in. So it's not quite 35; it's a little less than that. But help us out. By the time you're listening to this, you probably have less than a week for this to go through. If you're catching this like as soon as I post it, it's just a little over a week. But please help out. tfradio.net/shirt. We are trying to get these out in people's hands so you can wear them at the gym, your basement, but most importantly, like at conventions like BotCon and TFCon and on those sort of places to help spread the word of RFC. And they're so pretty. They really are.
And this year at BotCon, we'll have to do like an RC meetup and just meet up with everyone, because I think a lot of people are going to try to go to BotCon this year.
Oh, yeah.
As long as it's not in California again.
So, also, I have made this promise. If I see you out and about wearing one of these shirts, you immediately get a high five. That's pretty important. So
Definitely.
$20, great deal. They are awesome shirts. And if you can't order them because you're outside of the U.S., just email contact@tfradio.net and we will hook you up. Diecast, thanks for setting these shirts up. We have to sell all of them or you're gone. So there you go. If you love Diecast and you want to have more Diecast on the show,
please buy shirts.
Buy a shirt.
and the bonus offer is if you buy all the shirts that we have left to meet our order, you get a free attack by Massey. So you too can be attacked.
Don, there's
by
some
Massey.
liability with that, I think, though, right?
Okay. New plan. If we make our shirt minimum, Massey goes after Diecast. Because Diecast can't sue us.
So
That's true.
So at TFCon, what we'll do is we'll have. I'll just make sure Don brings Massey with him, and we'll have Massey in the hotel, and we will put like a video camera out, and it'll just be Diecast and Massey going mano a mano, like over
cage match.
Yeah, over a Big Mac or something. I need more caffeine. I'm so sorry. I apologize.
Actually, I could just dump a bunch of mixed can and Friskies on Diecast.
Does Massey like Friskies?
Yeah, the shreds.
That's awesome. This segment brought to you by Friskies. Sorry. Okay, but no, seriously, that would be great if you could help us out. We make no money off of it because we just want to sell the shirts. Because we honestly want to buy the shirts at the same price. We don't want to drop $40 each on them. So it's like half price if we get the minimum order. So help us out, help yourself out, and be awesome. So let's see here. If you go to the site this week, we have a review of Wheeljack, Masterpiece Wheeljack. Diecast actually got his. I won't have mine until Friday. Oh, Melvar got his as well.
Yes, thank you to Nick in the chat. You were awesome.
Yeah, I haven't gotten mine. I'm excited. So, guys, what do you think?
Awesome. He's very
Love
good.
It.
I just got mine today from Hobby Link and haven't had a chance to open it yet.
Open it now.
Okay, so you guys, it's the third Masterpiece Autobot car body. How can you see a progression in the engineering from one to the next to this now?
I have to go back and transform the other ones, but as far as Wheeljack, if you turn him around and look at the bottom of the car, you can't tell it's a robot. And I don't remember if, Prowl and Sideswipe's molds were like that or not, but I was pretty impressed with it.
One thing is that it's also based on the design of the Autobot on the car, because I'm not saying there's not design progression, but the look of the car is necessitating how they design it. Mm-hmm. So it may not be a design progression, but more like how do we make this not look like a car folded up into a robot?
There's definitely paint progression because,
yeah.
That first Sideswipe definitely had a lot of paint issues, and it was just a red car. And Wheeljack's paint is not perfect, but it's pretty good for multiple colors.
So, going back, XV's question, though, sort of makes me think. So, we really liked the Prowl mold. But this is actually done by the person who did Megatron, right? And the
yeah, this was a different design team.
This is the designer for those, and those aren't really the bee's knees as far as like design goes. So this one, would you say better than Prowl, worse than Prowl, or about the same?
The engineering is fine. I see a lot of the flat surfaces don't have the level of detail that the Datsuns had. Like especially on the arms, the forearms, he has a lot more just plain flat surfaces.
Do you think that was a trade-off, Melvar, with the amount of color that the paint that had to be required? It was a balance between what they could get away with just a regular flat surface.
I am not sure.
Because I don't know if the car looks at paint as much of a balancing act as Hasbro does, considering the way some
I
paint.
They
I
don't
think it was
balance
just
paint at all. They
different
just,
design teams.
They just get as much paint as they can and they throw it. So that's how they tend to do things. Which is not, not an insult. I mean, typically the stuff looks nice.
It just seems like if you look at a case of Hasbro Generations figures, you can just about see in some cases where some have more paint and some have less paint. It's almost like it's a balancing act in a case.
It is, actually.
Yeah.
It literally is.
So, actually, do you guys want to talk? Lots of toys came out this week. This is as good a time as any to talk about stuff that we picked up.
Yeah.
So, well, I imagine so, because it flows in from, talking about one new toy into the rest of the new toys.
To many new toys!
That seems to make sense.
So, a lot of stuff came out this week, which I have opened only one thing that I got.
What did you open?
It was so sharp it kind of opened itself, which was Dice Stack. It's not that sharp, but there are some sharp edges on that toy. It's huge, which I knew it would be, but getting it kind of surprised me because I really didn't expect it to be as big as it is.
She didn't say that.
She did not say that. I was a little disappointed on how large it was, but he's a pretty hefty toy.
It's,
hefty is maybe not the right word. It's a large toy. It's not that heavy.
Well, when I got regular Citizen Stack, Brian, I was really impressed when I got him. Just as far as it's not simple, but it's not complex.
It's pretty simple.
It's satisfying. You feel like you've actually put some work into it without it being like a movie level.
I would say that if Hasbro had kept making G1 and hadn't stopped, that the design aesthetic would have probably gone like where this is by the mid-90s. If they'd never gone like in G2 with the ball and socket direction, this is pretty much what I expect Hasbro to have done like 20 years ago. That's my problem with some of the third-party stuff, because it's different designers, different teams. I mean, there's no uniformity. And of course, there's going to be no uniformity between the different third-party. I'm going to say companies.
You could also use the word groups.
Yeah.
Yeah, groups.
People say companies, and I'm like, it's not wrong.
Yeah, but that means they're using the word incorrectly.
Yes, that's exactly right. But obviously, there's no uniformity. But like, I'm thrown off because Hasbro and Takara tend to have some sort of general design aesthetic that sort of flows through and changes over time. But the third-party stuff is so way over, way out of skew with all of that sometimes something's nice, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's jarring how, sort of antiquated the design aesthetic is. I wouldn't go that far with Citizen Stack, but it's definitely different. I like it. I do like it. I think later on in the show we're actually going to talk about some third-party stuff and what we would and wouldn't buy if we had it to do over again. But I mean, so as far as the other stuff came out, the Generations figures, the deluxe figures came out, and Jetfire also. Some people scored that. I haven't gotten mine yet.
Yeah, I feel like saying I went to Toys R Us to look for Jetfire, and all I got was the Prime Evolution 2-pack.
Well, they saw you coming, didn't they?
Yeah.
You went looking for a $46 toy and left with something that cost $60.
And I'm like, oh man, it's got chrome on it. I'm like, that's gonna peel.
The silver chrome could fail entirely, but generally it's more resilient because it doesn't have a clear paint layer over top of it.
Good to know.
Like, that's what's going on with Leader Jetfire. The clear red paint is chipping off almost immediately, but the chrome is still... the chrome's not going anywhere right now. That's actually holding to the plastic fine.
So, someone at Hasbro really likes chrome because we're getting a lot of it, and they were really getting away from it there for a while, and now it's coming back with a vengeance.
I think they explained at Toy Fair this year that their perception is the fans want chrome. So they're introducing chrome to some stuff in the higher price points right now.
I haven't met any of these fans.
Me either, and I can't really find anybody who has. But Hasbro's perception is we want chrome, so we want chrome.
Some people like chrome. I don't hate chrome. I hate it when it peels off.
I like chrome when it's used correctly.
Right, like Prime's grill. You know, if that's chrome, that's okay, but there's only so much chrome you can use.
Sorry,
I remember.
Go ahead.
What?
Go ahead.
I don't remember what toy it was specifically, but I remember one used chrome for the headlights to make them shine really easily.
That's interesting.
And if thinking back to car robots and robots in disguise, Megatron's eyes were actually chrome for the same effect, and that was really striking. You know, there's ways to use chrome that's subtle, but you can tell the difference between that and another kind of paint or deco option.
Sorry, apologies. I'm opening up Windblade as we speak. So,
having problems there? Did you break it yet?
No, haven't.
Yeah, be very careful.
Do I need to be, or is this haha? Brian,
no, we're talking about Ham Hands Brian here. So the toy's fine. It's just you.
I'm just wondering if maybe they're looking at expanding their arsenal of design aesthetics, because they see so many people bypassing the Hasbro products and going for the car versions. So they're trying to look at different ways of maybe stop losing sales to
well, this goes
cars.
That goes back to the discussion: how many fans are actually, how much do fans actually influence Transformers? It goes. I waver back and forth on that. I mean, obviously, fans don't drive it. I don't think so much, because if that was the case, they would be Mattel and not Hasbro. But,
I think Don's on the right track, though, that, Hasbro perceiving that we want things like Chrome is based on them seeing that, some fans are going for the Takara equivalents, which have different deco features than the stuff we're producing.
I mean, but to some extent...
That's usually paint apps as opposed to... Yeah.
Usually, but I mean, there has been cases where the Japanese line has used a lot of Chrome, like Henkei.
Yeah, but going back to what I was saying, though, that is... Hasbro does pay attention to the fans. I mean, Hasbro is a very fan-oriented company. So, irrespective of how many fans are actually buying this, Hasbro does listen to the fans.
Now more than ever.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say too. It seems like the current Transformers team is even more interested in connecting with and responding to what they see as fan desire in the toy line.
Yeah. We're getting combiners finally, because enough people asked.
And we got
a headmaster, brainstorm.
Yeah.
Just not a headmaster RC.
Yeah, well, if RC was a bigger toy, it would have been more easily possible. But I've seen the up close pictures of that brainstorm, and that headmaster's design is not great. Got big, like, turkey wing arms. And
well, I mean, it's a rebuilding year with Hasbro, isn't it, as far as the design team goes?
Well, that was more last year.
Yeah.
Well, it's the sophomore slump.
But, I mean, there is, like, a 1-year turnaround time for Transformers, so I guess, last year's rebuild is this year's toys.
I mean, I noticed the people at BotCon this year were the same people at Toy Fair this year, and I'm thinking they'll probably be the same people at the New York Comic-Con Hasbro event this year.
I would certainly hope so.
Yeah. So, we're getting used to the same people.
So, Windblade RC open. Sorry, we're talking about RC and Headmasters.
Don will be like, RC? Huh?
But Windblade is open, and I've yet to break her.
It's a good sign.
She's.
Just don't take the head fan out right now, because you probably will break that.
Yeah, I will. I'm certain. I'm a little bit afraid of it, because she has more delicate features than most Transformers, so I'm a little apprehensive.
Okay, so with the fan in the head, work it out straight back, like slowly and carefully, and like if it feels really stiff coming out of there, you're probably gonna want to file it down a little bit to make it a little bit more relaxed when you put it back in. I actually have a bottle of silicone oil, which will not degrade plastics like...
You just happen to have that right beside your computer.
This is going in the wrong direction.
Trust me, you don't want to use silicone oil for things that aren't like, plastic toys or radio-controlled car shock absorbers. But petroleum-based oils can degrade plastic, so you don't want to use those if you can help it.
Okay.
But the silicone oil is actually really good. I use it on figure arts when they've got tight, squeaky joints, which will tend to break if you don't treat them. And just a tiny little bit on that tab on Windblade actually makes the fan move a lot more smoothly.
Okay, cool. I will try to do that later. I'm just...
Is that what they call shock oil, or is that something
Yes,
different?
yes, it is.
Okay.
Shock oil?
Because
shocks.
it's technically for the shock in like radio controlled cars.
Oh, I'm thinking about, speaking of radio controlled, I'm thinking about buying a drone.
Of course you are.
Kim has not said no. Okay. So,
can we leverage that for like podcasting purposes somehow?
I was thinking yes. I was thinking yes.
We
like,
need
could
a
you use that as a
GoPro.
convention or something?
Maybe. No, that's probably illegal.
Maybe.
But no, so what else though came out? Did anyone actually open Crosscut yet?
Yes.
Well, I have a Crosscut here that I can open.
I'm just opening it right now. He's pretty.
It's nice.
He is pretty, but he is also incredibly difficult to stand, just like Skids.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry,
well, I mean,
I'm
that's
making
not
a
really
lot of
going to
noise
change
here.
unless they put a new pair of legs on it.
Oh, that was not me breaking a toy.
Are you sure?
I was sure. That sounded like someone opening a can of soda or something.
Well, I took Crosscut out.
Okay. Was not me.
Maybe that.
Anything else, though? Anything else? Or do we want to... We'll report on these next week.
I've got something that I don't think any of y'all have.
Don't show me that Jetfire again. I will.
Please,
come
show him that
through
Jetfire
this
again.
video.
No, I bought this when I got back into town from being out last week. I don't know why, other than I love the colors on this figure. I'm probably an idiot for buying it.
So
Silver
that's
Knight,
Silver Prime.
Silver Knight Platinum Optimus Prime.
I was trying to figure out, is that the Voyager mold, or is that...
No, this is the leader class mold.
How much
Actually,
was
it's not even the leader class mold. The platinum one's a completely different mold from the leader.
Well, it's the leader class price point.
I meant leader class. Is it
Sorry.
the leader class figure, or is it that first edition?
It's the first one again.
That's what I thought. Yeah, that's not really a
First
great
thing
mold.
Crosscut did was fall. So, there you go. Sorry.
Mine's actually doing pretty good.
I finally got my Roadbuster this week.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, Prime was $59.99, and you got a free one-step changer with it. So I got lockdown just to have a lockdown. But I really like the colors on this. I like the blue sword. I like the chrome and the red flames on the chest plate. It's very rare for me to get doubles of like a leader class mold, but I just really like the way it looks. So I decided to go ahead and get this one. So that was, and knowing Target will go on clearance in the next 3 months anyway. So
good news to report on Crosscut. Skids had an assembly error where the hip joints were reversed and the legs could not move forward. Crosscut moves forward straight out of the package.
Yeah.
Yes.
A lot of people actually broke Skids trying to correct that after the fact. So if this one's any indication, that's not going to be a problem anymore.
Mine's correct.
Yeah, mine is correct as well.
Excellent.
Yeah, nice.
Because I remember on later uses of the Deluxe Armada Prime mold when they started putting the forearms on backwards and it never got fixed.
So
and that's pinned together too. So fixing it's not easy.
I need to go get sunglasses real quick because I'm about to open up Jhiaxus. So Don, while I'm doing that, why don't you tell us about your Jetfire that you got? Or don't tell us. Don't tell us. Just tell Diecast. Tell Diecast about how you got Jetfire.
All right.
Open him up. Open him
video.
up. Open him up right on camera.
Well, I'll talk about what else I got. I got Skybite. I haven't had a chance to open this yet.
Don't.
I got Skybite.
I made that mistake.
I sold my Skybite
it
pretty
is
much
nightmare in plastic form.
Just watch my review, Don, and you'll understand.
Or read mine at T-Formers.
Yeah, well, I'll be honest. At $19.99 and 20% off with the Hasbro coupon code,
you paid too much.
And free shipping, because generally the 20% discount is usually negated by the free shipping or vice versa. You got both with that coupon code, so I decided to go ahead and get it. Like I said, Wheeljack came from Hobby Link Japan, and Manai King came yesterday for me.
I'm so sorry.
So I've got some things to open here. I just spent most of the day watching Gundam Build Fighters again because I thought I'd just watch one episode.
So next week we'll report on Jetfire because we should all have it that are getting it, I guess, by then.
Yeah, I don't really have any plans to get that because I still like the classic toy better than what your Jetfire is like.
I upgraded my pre-order to the Takara version, so.
Well,
Like, from my understanding, you can strip the chrome off by buying some available chemicals, but the cost of that is probably going to equal about to what Takara Jetfire is going to cost with no labor.
That's what I said last week. You can pay the $40 to $50 for the figure, the extra $15 to $20 for the chemicals, and do the work yourself, or just buy the Takara version,
which will already have paint applied to those parts, removing some more work that you probably need to be satisfied with it.
Well,
I'm right there with you.
Well, like I said, I got this Jetfire for me, but this is my Skyfire. I know it has issues, but I just have to go back and
put it back in the snow.
Put it away. It makes me mad.
I'm sorry. This figure looks awesome in robot mode. It looks like Skyfire.
So put it in robot mode so it'll look
awesome. Is
awesome.
Don just trying to make me angry today?
Yeah, put it in robot mode and go bury it in snow and ice and forget about it until you need to go to South America.
It must not be in robot mode right now because it doesn't look awesome.
Anyway, Jhiaxus, huh?
Yeah, he's very orange.
He is very orange, and like, I kind of hate. Like, I love orange things. Some people may not know that about me. I love orange things, and they did a really good Jhiaxus head sculpt, but it shouldn't be orange, like, at all.
They did a really good Jhiaxus head sculpt with really bad paint apps.
Mine too.
Okay, so this is going to be really forced, and I'm gonna apologize up front. But in Ravage 3 Bodies Evolution, Ravage asks, how did you Jhiaxus, how did you live? I thought you died in the TF Generation 2 comic number 11. Now you just have to know, I lived because I was safety orange, and I'm forever protected because of this.
And he knows how to do the safety dance.
Wouldn't you get shot a lot easier if you were orange? Like that. That's.
Well, no. It's the hunting gear theory where you wear the bright orange color so people don't shoot.
In combat, which is what he's talking about. Yeah, the answer is yes.
Yes, in Jhiaxus' case,
orange is the color of safety. If you wear orange, you will be fine no matter what.
Okay.
Yes, because anytime anybody gets you in their sights, they're automatically blinded by your colors.
Exactly. It's worth noting, safety orange is one of the few colors you can't reproduce correctly in a digital form, which means it's magical.
That's true. So let's go ahead and jump to the news. And I do want to point out that on tformers.com this week, we have a review of Robots in Disguise 33. Was that UXV or Rob?
That was me.
You like it?
Yeah, it's a good, basically standalone story, which will tie into some stuff down the road a little bit. And it's got a full interior of Sarah Stone art, which nobody can complain about.
And I want to go completely off topic for like 7 seconds. Read Booster Gold features in #1 today.
3, 2.
There you go. So,
also, up on T-Formers today, I have reviews of Windblade and Jhiaxus.
Oh, great.
So you can see just how bad the paint apps on Jhiaxus' face are.
I have to, like I've said in the past, I'm not currently reading the trend. I know I have to read them. I know you told me this next week.
Yes, I would highly recommend it.
You're just reading Regeneration 1 over and over again, aren't you?
No, I'm not. But I have to say, with what I've read about issue 33, this is the one where Wheeljack wakes up, correct?
Right.
I love the title.
It's not a spoiler because the solicitations revealed that part of it months ago.
And I love the title because to quote Philip J. Fry, I get it, the world of tomorrow, and he's coming out of a basically cryo sleep. Yeah,
Wheeljack is basically Fry.
Yeah. So I do have to admit I love that little parallel there.
Imagine how happy you would be if you actually read the whole comic. Dawn.
Quite possibly.
Well, I tell you what. When we go to TF Con, if I see a good deal on the trades, I'll pick one up to read on the way back, and then you all can tell me about it and everything else.
More Than Meets the Eye. Get the first trade of More Than Meets the Eye.
So Jhiaxus and Windblade reviews are up now, and by the end of the week, Nightbeat and Crosscut will also be up on T-Formers.
Sweet. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump to This Week in History, and because Generation 1 was perfect and wonderful and mature and deep, this week, 29 years ago, the Transformers episode Traitor premiered in the U.S.
And cements Cliffjumper's characterization forever.
Yeah, pretty much.
29 years.
29 years.
I was there when it aired. I remember.
Don was like 40 when that aired.
Yeah.
Cat. Brian, can you shut off the screen for a second so I can say something?
Yeah, hold on one sec. So the screen is now shut off. So okay.
Anyway,
we're good.
Yeah, I remember.
You need a slide. You need a slide. Censored for graphic violence.
Ooh, I will add that. I have a slot for it, so I can do that.
Nice.
So, but yeah, I remember when season 2 started its first run airings on what for us was Fox 45 at the time.
I remember that 45. Absolutely, that was that Belmont? No, it was High Point.
I think it was 45 and 48 was WGGT.
Yeah, WGHP.
Yeah.
WNBC.
WNBC out of New York City. Okay. But that was a great episode. It was deep and mature, and it's not the worst episode by any stretch, but it's not exactly...
it's not one of the highlights for season 2 for me.
It's not one of the highlights of Transformers, yeah. So, yeah.
Oh, that'd be bought.
Also season 2. That's the creme de la creme of season 2.
No, it would be God Gambit, The Gambler.
Word on.
Wardon.
But those aren't bought.
No.
I know, they don't suck.
So City of Steel, Child's Play, those are also fantastic episodes in season 2. Okay, let's go ahead and jump to the news. So Transformers Timelines issue 9 will be available for free, which is today.
Oh wow!
Yeah, that's up as a PDF on TransformersClub.com for download right now.
Is it just for today, or is it going down, or is this when it's?
I haven't heard them say they're taking it down.
But for Serpento R, that's beautiful. I want it. Is that Walkie art? Who did the art?
Josh Burcham did the interiors.
Okay. Very nice.
And the cover is by Matt Frank.
It's nice looking. I will definitely get that and read it. So that's free. Go to TF Club and get it. Transformers Collectors Club. Actually, TF Club is some sort of trading site or something, wasn't it? Yeah, it was one of those fan exchange things, I thought.
Well, anyway.
Yeah, but that's out there. That's free. So the sixth figure in the 2015 Series 3 Transformers subscription service has been revealed, which we already know what it was, but we have better photos of G2 Starscream. Well,
how better can the photos be? It's still that.
It's my problem with it. I mean, it's pretty because it's G2, but it's not like crazy G2. It's when they tweaked the colors somewhat. Early G2, with the exception of like Sideswipe, there were just basic tweaks.
Constructicons.
Yeah, man, the Constructicons.
The Constructicons and Sideswipe were the most notable early G2 recolors. The Dinobots. What?
Sideswipe is so pretty, but go ahead.
Yeah. The Dinobots had their wacky recolors also, but those are like variants.
Yeah.
I mean, they still came out primarily just in, normal gray.
Grimlock was blue.
Turquoise.
At least that's the one I had.
So when I have right in my right hand, he's gorgeous. Great.
Yeah, and I would like some Grimlock toy to be recolored in that because it's pretty.
Yeah, it's very nice looking. It's a great toy. I have all the variant colors. I don't have all the original colors, so I need to go back and finish off the original colors.
Yeah, I had a set of orange Constructicons.
Did you get the European version that didn't have the kibble?
No, those were yellow.
Those were yellow. Okay.
Orange was KB Toys G2.
Yeah, I couldn't remember. I wasn't actually buying Transformers at that point. That was like right after I had stopped buying, and it seemed like forever when I started back buying, but in reality it was like 4 years. I mean, 4 years ago, I was doing this podcast, but back then, that was an eternity. So, yeah. An eternity. But, yeah, so G2...
It feels like an eternity since we started doing the podcast again.
I know. Actually, speaking of, in 3 weeks, three weeks will be our 15th anniversary show. Yeah.
We know what we're doing for that yet?
Yeah, so I'm going to the grocery store and buying a bag of potatoes. I'm taking my car to the garage and I'm closing the garage door. And
you're gonna see how many potatoes you can shoot through the garage door from your exhaust pipe. I get you.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So we'll see how that works out. But yeah, no, I'm still working that out. So if anyone has anything they want to hear in our 15th anniversary episode, please shoot me an email. Contact at tfradio.net, or you can just go to the website tfradio.net and click on.
Tell us on Twitter.
Yeah, tell us on Twitter. I mean, there's lots of things we can do, and
more things we can't.
Yeah, no, the fifth part of the Transformers movie parody is not within the timeline of. This.
No, if someone had remembered like a month ago.
No, it would have been.
That
probably
difficult, but not impossible like it is now.
Getting Turin to finish writing it is going to take longer than that. So the last part.
Yeah, well, I don't think that's actually a requirement anymore. So,
yeah, I may ask for his permission. It's really his and Zob's. I mean, they're the ones who've put in the most effort long term, but that was 15 years ago. My God. Okay, so.
Well, 15 years ago, and also like 5 years ago, because that's when Part 4 came out.
Yeah. So the Toys R Us sent an email to people who have pre-ordered Jetfire saying that it might be canceled if not shipped by October 10th, but now they have it in stock.
They have it in stock on the website as ready to ship, but my pre-order has not shipped.
And Amazon has also been flaky with the release date. They just got their stock in, and mine's on the way. But
from Amazon or Toys?
Amazon,
are you talking about
Amazon?
Amazon also did not ship mine.
Amazon's been flaky about it, and I got an email saying that yesterday saying, "Oh, we have a new release date. You'll have it Friday." I'm like, great.
Apparently, no one wants to ship me Jetfire because I got it on order from 3 places, and all 3 places have sent out some, and I've got nothing. I believe I was one of the first to order it too, so a little angry.
Yeah,
very angry.
Meanwhile, I could probably drive to Kmart right now and pick one up in my hands and buy it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't even want the damn thing. Go figure.
Well, I mean, I want a good Jetfire after that.
Get the Classics one.
I have the Classics one.
Then you're fine.
Then you have a good Jetfire.
Don't worry about it. You have a really good Jetfire.
Yeah, you have Chronos too.
Oh, wait. I could be lying. It looks like... Wait. Did it ship?
Did it ship or didn't it ship? So all these questions and more answered when Radio Free Cybertron.
So I need more caffeine, and when we take a break, I'm going to go get more. But until then, I'm just staring at Jhiaxus, and he's keeping me awake.
Mine actually has a track package, but I don't have through Amazon, but I don't have like a tracking number.
Yeah, me too. I'm the same way.
So Chris, do you have Nightbeat handy?
What?
Do you have Nightbeat handy?
Oh yeah, I haven't opened them yet.
If Jhiaxus stops working for you, you could stare at the sickly green yellow paint on it and let that just
that might make him ill, though, not keep him awake.
Well, yeah, but the shock would keep him conscious.
It's not intentionally green, is it? It's just that's where.
No, it's just an absurdly thin coat of yellow, and yeah.
Like I haven't even opened. I didn't realize this. I have not even opened Bumblebee, so I just
don't need to.
Yeah, like I have not opened a single use of this mold.
I'm sure you know Yellow has a very hard time at
Yellow
coverage.
Is terrible.
Yeah, so what actually they do with cars, like mine, because obviously I have a yellow Camaro, and they actually, instead of doing like a gray, primer coat, they actually do a white base coat before they put the yellow on.
Because then there's no cross reaction.
Exactly. It's the only way to actually get a nice yellow is to
So it doesn't look like turd green.
Either that or, mix lead into the paint, because that makes it work a lot better.
Well, Chris, have you
that they can't do, though.
I know.
Just don't lick it.
Yeah.
But it tastes so good.
No, I know.
What, Don? I'm sorry.
Have you got Jhiaxus handy? Because I've not seen an actual one of those yet, because I didn't get him off at HTS. That's not orange is that bad.
You can't.
Oh, that's because it is safety orange, and digital stuff cannot reproduce that color.
Yeah,
it is.
Okay.
It is a lot brighter.
It's
a lot
brighter
in person.
Like diecast right now looks about the closest to what I'm holding. But do you remember Armada Laserbeak?
Yeah.
Remember what that plastic looked like?
Yeah,
it's It's a lot like that.
I was actually able to not buy that toy because it's like.
But I mean, yeah, you remember what the shade of orange on it looked like?
Yeah,
though.
it was just this. Yeah, wow. Okay.
I am holding this by the gray plastic because I'm afraid the orange plastic will burn me. Basically, is how bright it is.
Armada Laserbeak, because I didn't want it because it was ugly, was literally the only Armada figure I didn't own. I kind of
I love that Armada figure.
It's actually a fun toy.
It was just so ugly on the shelf that I didn't buy it.
Okay, so since we're talking about it again, Jhiaxus has kind of a wacky paint choice where, Melvar, look at the cannons. Can you see the paint on them?
Their paint on the... Yes,
No.
Hold it in the light, because on the angled sides, there is dark gray paint on medium gray plastic.
Okay, I see that now.
And I cannot for the life of me figure out why they did that, because if they just left that bare plastic, in most situations, the natural shadowing would make it look exactly like it does with the paint. And
what color?
And a similar thing, which, you know, here's a sneak peek at something from the review of Nightbeat that will go up probably Friday. The back window is painted. Can you tell that?
Yes, I did notice that.
It is painted metallic blue that is the same shade of blue as the plastic is painted on. What?
Why?
Oh my god, it is. You can tell that from the packaging.
Yeah. Hey, what color are Jhiaxus' swords? Are they like a different
He doesn't
color?
have swords.
No swords.
He has guns.
Opaque gray guns.
So where do the guns just peg under the wings?
Yep.
Yes.
Well,
They peg under there really well because there's a peg and there is detailing on the top of the gun and a channel in the wing that matches that.
Oh, okay. So it's not just a pair of guns just stuck up there because they didn't want to give them the swords.
No.
Okay.
Correct.
And again, these are up on T-Formers with full galleries where you can see all this in a lot better detail than my webcam will actually provide.
So in the chat, Trends5 is asking why in the world they included a comic that Jhiaxus is hardly in.
Same reason they did that for Skywarp, and same reason with Rat Trap. Rat Trap wasn't in it at all.
Just to get the entire Dark Cybertron story out.
But since you mentioned it, okay, so you know all the toys are numbered?
Yeah.
So like Jhiaxus is number 18. He comes with Dark Cybertron Chapter 10. Windblade is 19 and comes with Chapter 8. And Nightbeat, I forget what number, I think Nightbeat is 20 and comes with Chapter, let me double check this, I believe, yeah, Chapter 9. So basically it could not be any more out of sequence if they purposely tried to make them out of order. I'm just...
Because you would think they would put the early issues with the early releases, so as you bought the toys, the story would progress.
Like match the chapters to the numbers of the toy, or more to the point, match the numbers of the toys to the chapters their toys feature in.
You can't use that logic.
Well, apparently whoever is in charge of packaging at Hasbro can't use that logic either.
Hey, I'm totally like breaking format and everything, but I'm just looking at Facebook and I see where Jake at Retro Reboot has put up the new Transformers case, Don.
Oh, wow.
So he's expanded his store. Do you have a weekend free anytime soon to visit?
As a matter of fact, I've got a Friday and Saturday off next week.
Let's talk about it. I'd love to go. I'd love to go check out the new space if you want to. If you have
How did you get a Friday and Saturday off, or did you say Saturday and Sunday? How did you get a weekend off without requesting it?
Well, because our weeks run Saturday to Friday, so I got a Friday off in that week, and Saturday is the first day of the following week. So it's actually, I don't know how I got it, and I'm not going to question why.
Yeah.
But it basically it's because it's in 2 different weeks.
Okay.
So,
and Kilby, there's no format to break because this show is just like all over the place. So
yeah.
I kind of like it.
Yeah, it's not
that's
bad.
what
It's fun.
makes it awesome.
This is kind of like superhero time format.
But we're actually talking about the topic, so that's a little different.
Well, I said
and we're not cussing about your mom.
Not yet.
So actually, I got an email, and I'm not going to name names, but we had a nice
It was me, wasn't
we had
it?
a nice conversation. about feedback on the show, and I love feedback. If anybody has any feedback to give, shoot me an email. I will be glad to listen.
As long as it's not like electronic feedback, because that's just annoying.
Yeah. But
I'm just gonna send you like a 5-minute wave of high pitched one.
not that I'm complaining or arguing, but one of the bits of feedback was mom jokes. Your mom jokes, really? I'm like, your mom jokes are awesome. Like, we've been doing the same your mom joke for 20 years. I can't help myself. So there you go. But so last week, jumping to the third-party news. Last week we showed a lot of stuff from KFC, which should now be KTC. But all of their photos are labeled KFC. I don't know why. But they are doing Overkill and Slugfest, which are two of my favorite cassettes ever.
Are you buying?
If I knew they were going to be of better quality than Bad Bat, I would consider it.
So no.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't.
So what you're saying is the group KTC needs a better marketer, like John DeLuna.
Yes. Exactly. John DeLuna would be awesome.
Because John would not let that happen.
But here's a photo of Overkill with the So this
You
is
know what else John would not let happen is to have their mascot be the new Gundam in a Colonel suit.
There you go. But it's a photo of Overkill with the Deluxe Overkill from that online exclusive Hasbro toy shop deal from 4 or 5 years ago.
I don't remember that. That's not a bad figure.
It's I like it better than I like it as
I like it
Grimlock.
better as Overkill.
Than Grimlock,
Yeah,
yes.
Hasbro Toy Shop had that available for a short time, and then for a bit longer time, you could find them at like Marshall's for half price.
That's the only one I bought from that. I got, or maybe not.
I have Drag Strip also, thanks to Rob Clay finding and sending me the only one he ever came across.
I think Overkill's the only one I bought, but that may not be true. I tend to forget what I actually own.
Overkill and Drag Strip are really the only ones worth getting, because one was the Deluxe Ultimate Battle Prime mold that you basically couldn't distinguish from the first one.
And then Megatron.
In gray G1 style colors.
What was the Drag Strip based on?
Mirage.
Classics Mirage.
Maybe I did buy that.
Yellow Mirage.
Yeah.
You probably have one floating around somewhere.
Because I love that toy. So I probably
It's a great toy.
It was my favorite Classics 1.0 figure. But here's Overkill again in Slugfest. If these are better than Bad Bat, and they do look better than Bad Bat, I would strongly consider these.
Well, didn't we see these like 2 years ago, and then they just like went to the wayside, and now they're going back to them?
It's entirely possible, because I mean, a lot of third-party groups that will happen. They will float designs out, and either there will not be enough response to it at the time to push forward with it, or they will have other stuff they want to do more, and it just gets set to the side. But eventually it does come back up.
Yeah, I think that's what happened with these guys. I'm not positive.
So I'm looking right now at Overkill. The Dino mode looks stellar. The cassette mode looks terrible.
Well, the cassette mode on him never really looked that great because his little feet were kind of like not even blended. They were purple feet on green plastic.
But you're buying it for the Dino mode. I mean, if you're buying it for the cassette mode, I mean, you're a weirdo.
All the cassette mode is for is utility.
Yeah. Man, these look nice. I don't know if we know what retail is going to be on these. Oh, you have to buy them individually. Oh, that's the catch. So it's probably going to be $30 or $40 each.
I would imagine. Well, that's what their cassettes usually run in.
I thought they were like around 20 to 25.
Usually a set is $40.
I've got Bad Bat here. Not worth it. Not worth. You even get a black one that came packaged with it for free. Not worth it. Not worth it. Okay, so I'm about to lose my voice. I need more beverage. So, Unique Toys, Orden 0-01 Troll. God, this is the most awesome thing I've ever seen.
I don't want to talk about it. It looks so good.
It does.
I don't want to go into another combiner.
No, I really don't.
But what?
I was so happy because it's like, okay, it looks okay. Abominus is not one of my favorites. He's not like Computron. That I really want that Quantron upgrade to a more classic, better looking Computron. Although nothing's wrong with the G1. I'm just saying I want a upgraded Computron. I don't care about Abominus. Holy crap! That Odin, that was it Troll?
Yeah.
Troll.
Oh God, it looks so.
They're trolling you.
The hands are in the monster arms, and they just fold out. Everything pegs together. Everything folds away. Oh my God!
Like honestly, if this was not a Voyager site, if it was like maybe a large deluxe like the Fans Project Headmasters, I would just buy Blot for a Blot toy.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I would not even bother with the whole team. I would just go in for that one toy because old fandom reasons.
Yeah, unless they all look this good.
Well, yeah, but old fandom reasons make me have a soft spot for Blot.
Absolutely.
And I think Kilby will know what I'm talking about.
But here's
nose, Blot's a nose.
Function, garbage disposal.
Yes.
My thing is, I'm trying to avoid Warbatron, and I see Diecast with his, and I see the heavy noise look, and I see the reviews. It's like, and how awesomely massive their Bruticus is going to be, and it's like, I don't need this. And stop it!
Hey everybody!
Stop it!
You got any parts to sell?
Yeah, yours. After I send Massey to you. God,
hey, you're going to show Jetfire. I'm going to show you my swindle.
I'm not old enough. I need an adult. I need an adult.
Don, you're the most adult person here, which is alarming.
Yeah, I'm old.
No, you're not. You're only as old as you feel and look, so you're not that old.
How old do you feel, Don?
Shazam old.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, let's go ahead and take a break, and we will be back in just a couple of minutes.
Also known as Kilby needs caffeine badly.
Yes.
Oh, you know what?
Okay, break. I'll be right back.
You need to do that, Chris.
Yes.
Chris, you need to do that as a something for superhero time, but do it in the voice from Gauntlet. Kilby needs caffeine badly.
Yeah, I don't think I can do that any better than you did, and that's really just not.
Oh yeah.
Not
sorry. Okay, I gotta take care of some business too. Bring it back.
Business.
He's gotta go drop the kids off at the Super Bowl.
Okay, that's a new one on me. No, business is just the word I remember my grandparents using about what the cats in the backyard did that you had to watch out for.
Oh.
So what do you got there, Melvar? Is that Wheeljack again?
That is Wheeljack again.
I guess you're enjoying it if you're fiddling with it throughout the show.
Very much so.
Did you get confused by the instructions at all?
Not really.
I was very confused when I read the instructions.
I thought for a masterpiece, it was a fairly simple transformation.
I thought the little I don't know the proper term to call the things that come off his shoulders, if they're like antenna or
his wings,
whatever. Wings, yeah, the wings. It looked like they wanted you to flip them up onto his back, which they could do, but then the problem is I couldn't rotate them left or right when I flipped them, so. Of course, that was...
Yeah, you don't flip them all the way up, just enough for clearance, and then they...
But you don't need to flip them. They're actually harder to rotate if you flip them up. So I actually leave them flat and bring them around. I don't know, it made it easier for me once I figured out what the instructions were actually telling me to do.
It has some really interesting engineering. I really, really, really like this.
Yeah. No.
We're talking about Wheeljack again.
God, I can't wait to get that. So when I get that and Jetfire on Friday, I'm opening Jetfire first, just to be diecast.
Yeah, well, and that probably because you'll enjoy Wheeljack more. So
that's true. So
move upward.
So the discussion that we wanted to talk about, we feel that we can get a few minutes out of that.
Sure, easily.
Okay, let's do it. Let's come back. We'll do that then. The pleading for the shirt.
Again.
Yeah.
Begging.
Okay. So we are back. Okay, so I didn't actually go get caffeine. I just needed lubrication. I need something to drink. That's disgusting. So
Raining endorsements from Radio Free Cybertron.
It's more SodaStream. Like, my God, I haven't made any SodaStream stuff in forever, so I'm gonna make it. So this is their cola, and I forgot how bad it is.
Oh,
I've never made their cola.
I won't even buy store brand colas that are like, properly mixed, because off brand cola never tastes good.
It used to.
Yeah.
It was probably because I was so poor growing up, but there was one supermarket that had amazing cola, and their cola was like nearly as good as everyone else. I think it's just because they doubled the amount of sugar in it. So, but my God, it was great.
There was a stretch years ago where all I would drink was diet caffeine free Sam's Cola, and I don't know how I managed to actually get able to drink that in the first place, because later on when I tried drinking it again, it was disgusting.
So fruity sodas are typically okay if they're not name brand, and if occasionally the Dr. Pepper knockoffs are not bad.
Yeah, actually, like Kroger we have here, their Dr. Pepper knockoff I actually prefer it to real Dr. Pepper generally.
Yeah, that Dr. Thunder from Walmart I used to drink pretty well.
Yeah.
That's actually a little too sweet for me.
I've got as a matter of fact, I've got a 12-pack of Dr. Pepper 10 in the refrigerator right now.
It's weird for me.
That's just for men.
Yeah, women can't drink it.
Yeah.
So actually, speaking of knockoffs, which is kind of a great
good segue.
Yeah. Third-party toys are, for the most part, knockoffs.
Or unlicensed
expensive
or
knockoffs.
Unlicensed homages.
They are knockoffs.
No.
They are IP theft. They are illegal intellectual property theft. But that's okay, because I've turned around.
In this case, knockoff is distinct from bootleg, which is direct copy of existing product.
Yeah. So it's not like one of those scaled down Optimal Optimus figures that came carded from Big Lots. It's
or the full scale ones that also came carded from Big Lots. That's the best part of those knockoffs, honestly.
Don't kid yourselves into thinking they are pieces of art. They're stolen intellectual property, but that's okay. I've come around on them. I don't hate them so much. I've bought several over the last few years, and some of them are nice. They're theft, and I kind of feel guilty each and every time I do it. But sometimes that's the only way you can get a version of a character you really like. But everyone hasn't been a winner. So let me think.
That's an understatement.
Kronos, I didn't buy Kronos, but that's one I would probably never ever. I'm glad that I didn't buy.
But isn't Kronos like 4 feet tall?
God, I don't know. But I think what we want to talk about. I'm just saying Kronos, Don, just to get your goat.
I know. I know the toy has flaws, but I'm willing to overlook those flaws in this one instance because of the way it looks in robot.
Because you paid so much money for it.
Even though you were warned against it.
Well, technically, if I look at it, technically I actually got it for free, the way I'm looking at it, because...
If you look at it, it's going to yellow.
You're just trying anything to justify this purchase now, aren't you, Don?
Actually, I'm not, but I'll it's just...
Put a sheet over it, Don, for its safety and yours.
And I just have to point out, Nick mentioned Mini Defensor. And I do have to say, I have Mini Defensor in my left hand. Sorry. So some toys are a winner, some are not. And I think what made this come up was a discussion on. I got D.A.I Stack, which is the powered convoy Diaclone Ultra Magnus coloration of the Citizen Stack mold. People who've listened for a while know that I lust over powered convoy. It's one of the great regrets of my life not getting that's one of the saddest things I've ever started to say. It's one of the great regrets of my life not buying this toy.
You could have just qualified that with greatest toy collecting regrets and avoided that whole thing right there.
Yeah, I know. It's one of my greatest toy collecting regrets.
It's too late now.
Not getting
Edit point.
Yeah, but I really wanted a coloration in this, and I didn't want to wait for Takara to do it because I didn't trust that they would. They will.
They might not. They might not. That's an expensive figure to repaint.
We're getting the Wheeljack one.
Yeah, but that is a smaller figure. It's not as expensive.
Okay.
Now you're getting into a repaint at a higher price point.
Okay. Sidetrack here, though, because I think this is important. So, G2 Sideswipe Masterpiece was a retail toy. Exhaust, great name, by the way, is also going to be a retail toy because it is smaller. They can still do Powered Convoy, Diaclone Magnus as like an eHobby exclusive or Amazon Japan exclusive. It can still happen. It will be in a different format, but it will happen and it will be just as available.
That's true. I don't know if it'll happen, but that's true.
It's inevitable.
It's an easy reuse of the mold, and they get more money back for the tooling and development costs.
They do need to reuse that mold,
They
probably.
They even found a way to do it with Grimlock.
Yeah, Comic Grimlock. But not every single third-party toy, not every official toy has been a winner, but they're toys that I would probably buy again, probably wouldn't.
Yeah, not a winner.
So I think of the third-party stuff that I bought recently, my absolute favorite toy that I would buy again is Salmore, because I flippin' love it. And as Melvar pointed out before the show, probably will have to buy it again because we're getting it in the green and black colors.
Oil Slick.
Yeah. Well, it's the second coloration of Psykill. So that was there was the second release of Psykill and the second release of Leader 1 was blue.
Put a bubble head on it and
yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're exactly right. But yeah, they probably will. He may come packaged with it. But I don't know that I would get Die Stack if I had to do it over again. I know I wouldn't have gotten the vintage coloration of Mania King. For the most part, what I've purchased have been the iGear Mini Warriors because I tend to love those characters. But the one that I would not have gotten again definitely was Veer, which is the not Swerve. It's hideous.
Well, didn't they make it like a salmon-colored plastic?
Yes,
and
it's horrendous.
It's awful.
That kind of predated like IDW Swerve's popularity, didn't it? So
yes, slightly.
So I mean, if they had started on that a little bit later, it probably would have been a lot more Swerve tuned.
And Gears looks pretty nice. I finally ended up getting Gears or Cogs or no, was it Cogs?
Cogs, yeah, I think so. Yep.
I thought Cogs was that was
Cog Wheel.
That was the multi. Yeah, it was Cogs.
The
multi
masterpiece
whatever.
style one.
Something else. No, I got Cogs, which was the iGear, the one that Veer was originated from.
Yeah.
The gear, the multi-variable whatever was the masterpiece figure.
Yeah.
But I would definitely have gotten Cogs again, and whatever Beachcomber was. I can't remember what Beachcomber. He was actually really nice, and as was Hinch, and as was Rager, which was Huffer. But I probably wouldn't have got Mania King again. And I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for this, but don't know that I would have gotten Smart Robin again.
That's a shame.
Yeah. But I know. But you guys, do you have any regrets, or is there anything that if you had to do it over third-party wise, you definitely would have gotten, or maybe you got something you was really happy with, but another version of it came out from somebody else that did it better?
I think I would have felt that way if I had bought the Head Robots Brainstorm equivalent before getting Smart Robin.
Yeah.
Just because, just visually, there's such a distinct difference in, like, the design quality of them. But, like, I don't have the most money to throw around, and I'm usually pretty choosy in the third-party stuff I come by, but, like, I did end up with two of the Impossible Toys Tetra Jets for free, fortunately, and if I had to do it over again where I had to actually buy them, I wouldn't.
Yeah, and I just wanted to point out, I had already mentioned it before the break, bad. Never again. Never again.
And see, that's something too I was looking at because I wanted a Masterpiece Rat Bat, but I don't really need the Sound Blaster accessory.
Yeah, I love Sound Blaster though. I love the colors on Sound Blaster. I think black is such a great use of that for that mold, and of course it's new Soundwave. But but I had it pre-ordered. I canceled the pre-order. I don't regret it, but I would, I kind of do wish I had it. But I know the rest of you guys, though, you are way more into third party than XV, Chris, and D.A.I are. What are some of your favorites and some of your greatest regrets that you've had?
I'm not that much more into third party than you two are, because it's just too expensive for my tastes. But the one regret I have, I was looking at my shelf over there, and I had actually forgotten I had it until John DeLuna posted it in the chat, because it's like so bad I guess I blocked it out of my memory, is Uranos.
Oh.
I didn't even finish that set. It's just...
Mine looks pretty on my shelf with the upgrade. So he actually didn't pop in my head either, but I totally understand why John said that, because I agree. Even though he looks good on my shelf.
Upgrades, you shouldn't have to do upgrades for
a
third-party toy.
Yeah. Not from the same company, too. Like, hey, we put out this upgrade to make it look like it should. The couple of figures that I definitely would rebuy again are the Fans Project Function X figures, including Smart Robin. I think they're all great.
I know I'm wrong with that, but it goes back to what I was saying before. Sometimes the design aesthetic is just so different that it's kind of jarring. Is the engineering on it nice? Yes, but it's just so different that it just seems like something. It seems like something out of scope for me. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, stuff I wouldn't buy again, and I'm just trying to look around the room. God, there's so much stuff. Kronos is definitely. Definitely one of the number ones. Oh, God. There's a lot of stuff that I really like that I got. Like Hegemon. I know Brian doesn't like that figure, but I really enjoy that figure.
Did you get the first version of it or the second? The
first.
Because the second one does look better.
I got the first, and it looks just like this second to me. But
the second one looks better. I'm looking forward to getting Hexatron, I have to admit.
Which version of Hexatron?
There's like 12 of them now.
The one that's coming out. The one that's coming out next.
Continuum?
Or whatever it is.
Yeah, it's got a different head. It's got
different set swords. Of weapons,
different set of weapons.
Quakewave is a figure that people tend to love. I didn't get it. What about you guys? Who got Quakewave? I know you.
I got Quakewave. Yeah, he's awesome. Quakewave's awesome. I'm trying to think of a figure other than the iGear figure that I got that I really wouldn't buy again.
Would you get Mania King or Mania King again?
Yes, that's a great figure. I love him.
I can't get past a couple things about him. One, his cannon doesn't affix. I mean, his cannon doesn't hold straight. I mean, it's got one peg holding it, so it can sort of do a circle, and it's just weird. The gorilla arm doesn't bother me so much, but the cannon bugs me too much. He's a little thin. To me, Galvatron should be probably a little bulkier.
Like in my view, Mania King is a more perfect Galvatron than Universe Galvatron. Oh, yeah. But hey, what isn't?
Exactly. I mean, the thing is, if I'm gonna, I know nobody's perfect. I know there's no perfect design.
Well, Smart Robin's up there.
I mean, there's no perfect interpretation of a character design.
Smart Robin's up there.
Smart Robin doesn't have the faceplate, which a lot of people didn't like.
Well, that's what makes it not be perfect, but it's up there.
But if I'm going to drop what these things go for, to me, they have to be close to perfect. And
I agree. I agree with you. That's why I didn't buy a Mania King, because it has the gorilla arms, and that's enough of a flaw to me to put me off spending $110. on one figure.
And Melvar, just corrected me because you just showed Wheeljack, as I can't confirm that until I get mine. But
Okay, then. How about Prowl?
I do loves me some Prowl.
See, Prowl's feet kind of bother me. So I don't really...
It's so toy, though. It's a toy thing. It works.
I just feel like maybe there was something they could have done a little bit better with the feet.
No, they could have made it just like the toy, and they almost did, and it's great. So that's the thing; it's a matter of preference too. Because
it's a matter of what you expect to get out of it, and with those masterpieces, they're blending original toy and cartoon styling.
They are doing the best they can to merge them both, and sometimes they have to make concessions.
I'm not saying it's horrible. I just it's one thing that maybe bothers me a little bit, kind of like Brian with the gorilla arms on
the
Maniac
gorilla arms
King.
Don't bother me so much. What bothers me is the fact that his cannon doesn't hook into place right.
My cannon hooks in fine. It takes a little bit of fiddling.
But can you twist it around and around? Then it doesn't. It doesn't fit in right because it doesn't connect in more than one point.
What do you mean twist it around? No, mine doesn't do that.
It can't rotate around the connection point?
It's a round peg. Yes, it does. It has to.
Unless the fitting is just tighter and it doesn't rotate easily.
Yeah. I'll have to look at mine again.
Mine absolutely rotates. Woo! I mean, it's not bad. It's just I don't like the fact that I just don't like that. That bugs me. Yeah. I mean, it's not super loose, but I can turn it. I'd like to actually be able to take the cannon because it sticks out farther and move his arm with it, but I can't. So that just seems like an easy engineering fix that they didn't account for. Or they could have just.
So they probably counted on a certain tightness of that part where it wouldn't easily just slip and it didn't work consistently.
Yeah. But Don.
Well, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. You have a pretty good third-party collection. What would you?
Yeah. More than when third party began, more than I thought I would have.
And in the chat as well, if you have any that you want to point out, let us know, and I'll mention it after Don.
Probably, if there's been two regrets, it would be either, well, for what I have purchased, probably Sonicron. I got it on clearance, which was the Soundwave camcorder.
I never took mine out of the box, so he looks great to me.
Yeah, so I got it for like $29 on clearance. I thought maybe I could, love it for the price, and it's not a good figure. I'm sorry I bought that. And as much as I hate to say it, hardbone. Because again, we hadn't seen anything about a fans project Hardhead for their line, and Hardhead should be a bigger robot because he's a tank, and I thought I'd be fine with that. But the design aesthetics and the rest was odd. I love the Toy World Throttlebots, and I can't wait till they finish the set for their Not Puzzler. I'm calling it Not Puzzler, but I did not like their brainstorm analog at all, and I did not really I don't want to get any more of their headmasters because I had some disappointments with Hardbone, and so I'm going to be waiting for the fans project version of Hardhead that we've seen.
So just to interrupt real quick, Don. So in the chat, so I don't forget, Lauren is saying that he got Sonicron for $19 and still got ripped off. Dan really loves the head for Citizen Stack, and also loves Warden. And let's see here, Nick loves Scoria.
Wait, I think I have one of the crappiest third-party toys ever made, and it was a TFCon exclusive.
Oh,
the
Nightbird. Oh, Nightbird.
How'd I guess?
By Impossible Toys, I believe it's an Impossible.
There's a reason they're not around anymore.
Yeah, that's the Impossible Toys Valkyrie mold. Whereas was it iGear that did Delicate Warrior?
Oh my god!
This was my first third-party figure.
And you kept going.
It's not Mastermind, because Mastermind's doing their own RC body.
No, it took me like a year and a half before I ordered another third-party figure after that.
Yeah, I don't really blame you, but yeah, Valkyrie's notoriously terrible, and Delicate Warrior is actually the opposite of its name. It's, actually sturdy and decently designed, and I think a lot of people just were a little burned by the Impossible Toys one and didn't really go in for that too much.
So I want to point out something, because I also have contacts at Master Shooter. I do want to say I do like the Master Shooter third-party guns. I think that company, that's a real company. That's the real deal. They do a fantastic job.
And actually, like, my feeling with them is the opposite of this whole premise, where I regret not buying more of those when they were available.
Yeah. What I like about them, do they go into IP theft territory? Yeah.
A little. Yeah, I mean, in the concept.
But you know what? Typically, their stuff, it's not to replace you. It doesn't keep you from buying something else. It's to
they're add-on kits.
Yeah, to supplement the existing product. I think that's the way to do it.
Yeah, I love add-on stuff from third parties that don't completely replace another toy, because there's a great deal of creativity and cleverness in making something work around an existing product and work well. And like with the Master Shooter stuff, I like the engineering level where each one's made of 3 different sprues of plastic, and technically they could make solid colored figures, but they mix and match to get the character appearances, and they're all universal.
And it's just right. Their level of detail, their level of design, I think, is perfect. And the price point I'm fine with the price point.
Yeah. Like I said, I regret not getting more because they're really reasonable, and I really like the design ideas behind them.
So we love Master Shooter. The segment paid for you by Master Shooter.
I've got... like I said, I've bought more third party than I ever thought I would, just because they're hitting. And I'm by no means a G1er. I mean, some of my favorite things is like the Hearts of Steel line with Cyclops. The Hearts of Steel line, like Cyclops and the jet, the Starscream and the jets and the
Benny and the Jets.
Yes, but I'm looking forward to a lot of things coming out. It's just. I do have a few regrets. Scoria is not one of them. I did not buy Quake Wave, but I love Scoria, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the fans' toys, Dinobots. But I don't have any of this line, but I want to promote it because I know the guy's doing it. I think BMOG is something that a lot of people.
But BMOG is not going back.
Yeah, BMOG specifically is not infringing on anything. It's all original designs that happens to be highly compatible with Transformers.
Exactly. So, but I'm just saying, if anyone's not aware of them, check out their stuff. I just wanted to give them a plug because I don't have any of their stuff yet, but I've seen really great reviews on it.
The quality is really nice.
I didn't open mine.
Open yours. What the hell?
And I have to say, a bear that turns into a gun called Arsenal.
Yeah.
How can you not love
So I don't want to go too far down this road, but what you bring up is a great point about BMOG. Trent, one of the guys behind BMOG, also has a lot of stuff available on Shapeways, and I just got his non-copyright infringing figure that just happens to be in the same scale and look like a battle beast. Though I was dumb and I got the sandstone prototype one, which is in the right colors. It's just basically a rock. But the detail on it was killer. So I should have got it in a plastic. So I kind of broke it. So definitely check out the stuff on Shapeway. It's basically a rock. I mean, it's basically it's for prototyping. It's not meant for.
I got a Scoria. I got a Quake Wave. I got a rock.
I got a rock. But
and that's the best way to end this segment.
Yes, but definitely check out Shapeways. What I really like about Shapeways is there's some infringing stuff on it, but it's mostly stuff to supplement existing toys. So I need to go back and rebuy that Battle Beast, but in plastic. Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely a great way to end the segment, and I want to end out the show with buy a shirt, please. My God, we need help with the shirts.
Please.
So if you
don't make us Shapeways the next round of shirts.
Yes. I don't want to walk around with a plastic shirt.
Or a sandstone shirt.
Oh God, no.
Well, and we're really just doing this for all the fans, so that way, if you love the show and you want to show your support, Brian's not doing a Patreon page, nothing like that. It's just this is just something fun that you can wear to a convention. Whether
it's a snazzy looking shirt. It would be a great shirt even if it didn't have our logo on it.
So I'm just saying, if you like going to convention, it's like, okay, I'm using this as an example. I'm a big guy, okay, and I usually don't like to wear themed shirts to a convention because it sort of reinforces the stereotype that I don't.
When you go to a convention, say you go to a convention about Transformers and you're wearing like that Megatron Luau shirt, it's kind of obvious you're already a Transformers fan. But wearing this shirt at a convention identifies you as specifically awesome.
Yeah,
and you are a hero among men. You are,
and you're helping to spread awareness of the show.
Yes,
and you're a Transformers fan in the know because you're watching the right podcast.
Yes, exactly. It identifies you as one of the smartest, most attractive, best-smelling persons at the convention.
And to me, it's also subtle. You can show your support and still be subtle about it without being, that guy.
Yeah, and you don't have to be embarrassed wearing this to the supermarket because it's a nice-looking shirt.
And if you wear the shirt to convention and you don't smell good, we'll give you some free RFC deodorant.
We have actually considered that as like a.
I don't know that we're actually
a convention plot.
I don't know that we're actually doing that. I haven't spoken with Rob about it. I don't know that he wanted that shared, but there you go, Diecast. Congratulations.
and we're not saying RFC people.
You smell great.
Yeah,
you smell wonderful, and this shirt will make you smell better.
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing smells better than a brand new shirt.
What I'm wondering now is, could you engineer a shirt with deodorant built into it?
You could like load it up each morning, and like load it up, and then like, wear it. I don't know.
Well, there actually is this fabric out there that will absorb your sweat and not create a stench or something.
So hopefully this shirt is made of that. I don't know. But it's a great shirt.
But all seriousness aside, like always.
Yes, all seriousness aside.
All seriousness aside.
Please don't be serious.
It's a great shirt, and we're just trying to get it so that way everybody that wants a shirt at an affordable price can get it. So please consider it. It would be pretty awesome.
Buying it one off, it would be like $40. You don't want to spend $40.
Oh,
so basically,
who wants to pay $40 for a shirt?
But basically, the way this works out, the way Diecast set this up brilliantly, in all seriousness, because this is great. So it's basically a group volume discount. So buying it, getting a lot of 50, means that we're not spending $40 a shirt. So get a shirt, $20. Shipping is cheap, $5. You can buy multiple shirts, and as far as I know, you're still just going to drop $5 for shipping. Yes. You can get 2 shirts for the price of 1, effectively, like that. That's what I'm doing. So I really like the way that this is set up. We just need to get a few more shirts. So help us out. By the time you're listening to this, you are very, very much nearing the deadline. So we only have just a few more days, literally, to get this done. So
what is the date of the cutoff?
I think the date of the cutoff is you don't want to do it on the day. You want to do this by October 5th. October 5th is when I would make sure that you have this in. The official cutoff is the 6th, but if you wait until the 6th, you'll probably forget. So do it. So that would be awesome.
You have until a week from this Sunday.
Well, if you're listening, like most of our listeners will actually half our listeners will actually download this after that date. So.
Which is why it's important to specify the date instead of relative time.
Yes, but if you say this Sunday, that's a relative time.
I'm speaking to our live listeners right now.
Hello, live listeners. We love you.
And if you've passed away and you're listening, that's awesome.
I don't get that, Don.
Yeah, all seriousness aside.
Yeah, live listener versus a dead listener.
Don, time out.
I don't think they'll need a shirt, Don.
Yes, they will need one shirt. They'll need one more shirt. So it doesn't hurt. I mean, you know, you got to plan for this stuff eventually. So
and remember, if you buy 2 shirts, you'll have enough for 1 day of TFCon.
Yes, but again,
no, seriously, change shirts midday through convention if you possibly can.
And
you'll need to
bring deodorant,
please.
I hope it's not going to be that hot in there.
It's October in Chicago. It won't be that bad.
No, it's just you know, convention atmosphere and
yes, pretty much. So that would help us out a lot. We would appreciate it, and we love you. And if you're listening live now, go ahead and just get your shirt now so you won't forget. And that'll do it this week. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. If you haven't bought a shirt yet, go buy one. I love you guys. See you later. Have a good one.
Buy a shirt.
Buy a shirt.
Please buy a shirt.
Buy our shirt. Buy our shirt.
If you don't get it, wait, can we do this? If you don't get a shirt, Don won't have a shirt for TFCon, and he'll have to go around shirtless.
Yes. You don't want that.
But I will be able to wear a thong at least, so you'll have
God.
that.
Oh my God.
Okay, alternate question. How small of a shirt do they offer?
Small.
Like, could we get a shirt that will fit Massey? How big is Massey?
15 pounds.
That's a pretty good sized cat.
Yeah. I mean, you might have to cinch it up in the back a little bit. You could probably get a small size shirt to stay on him.
That's right. Buy a shirt. See you guys. Okay, that was great. Good job.
No, that was terrible.
I know. Good job, XV Pimping. I appreciate that.
Yeah, well, with all due respects to Movie Bob.
Who's Movie Bob?
He wrote a book, and then buy my book. He did a video. That's what he just says for 30 seconds. Buy my book. Buy my book. That's where XV got it from. I just thought, I'm trying to get Massey in a shirt. I would have no arms left. Of course,
you'd have arms, just, you know, they wouldn't be good for much anymore.
Well, right now they're covered in poison oak thanks to Massey Paws. Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. Okay, Jetfire officially shipped. Have a tracking number, and I will have it tomorrow.
You son of a gun.
Well, Diecast, you better cancel 2 of those because otherwise you're going to wind up getting 3 of them.
Oh, he'll get 3 of them. We talked about this when he placed the orders originally.
Yeah.
He's going to get 3 because they're all going to ship at like 4 a.m. and he's not going to be awake to do anything about it.
And then you'll be stuck with them. So you need to pick 2 and drop them. Like a bad habit.
No. The extras will just be giveaways for TFCon or something.
Yeah,
probably. Just like all those Viacons.
We rounded up a lot of stuff for the ShardaCon giveaway. It was pretty cool.
That was fun. Yeah. That was such a fun show.
Well, hey,
it was.
Well, you know what? I just thought of something. Chris, you need to ask Hey Mickey. I know he's busy, but what if he took one of Diecast's Jetfires and colored it like something else? I'm not sure what character it would be.
Like the second release of Leader 1. He could be blue.
Well, that would be G2 Jetfire then.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
And then we could. I want to ask Brian about this. This leads to my other question. We could put that on eBay as a custom for Amanda. And then I'm going to ask you, Brian, have you released the list to everybody? Because no one has contacted me about anything about JD's stuff. I've got Chris is down for one thing.
I'm down for at least. I put in for one of the Power Core combiners and something else. I don't remember.
The pen, the Optimus Prime pen.
But something I think I put down for.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Something besides that.
I need to talk to you about that. We need to do it. So, has the triggers pulled? We can do that.
No, that's why I was asking you, is because I've updated everything. I've got one other box I can add to it, or I can add to it later. I'm not sure if you wanted to add anything else to the list as it is or not. Okay.
No, it's my list is done. So
yeah, but see, I've still got 3 boxes of stuff to go through, but it's all the Armada, Energon, Cybertron, and movie stuff, and the Power Ranger stuff.
I need to get that. Junk heap repaint from you. The BotCon figure.
Yeah. Well, if we meet up that weekend, I'll bring it with me.
Yeah.
If not, I'll bring it for TFCon for sure.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. Let's do that. Let's exchange some emails and figure out where are we going to release this list to. I was going to put it. I'll put it on our Facebook page and everything like that. But do we want to post it to the T-Formers buy sell trade?
I still haven't gotten this list.
Damn it! You're not on the mailing list. I thought I said here.
It's just because see, Brian, I've got a bulk of the stuff up here, so I want to have a lot going on because we got inventory in 3 weeks. So we're going to be having a lot going on at work. So when I get in, I'm going to be, if I've got a lot of people wanting stuff, I'm going to be having to get as much done as I can as soon as possible.
Oh, hey, you know what, Don? Put me down for the.
I was joking. I think.
Oh, okay.
I was just picking. Yeah, we're fine.
I was really like, oh my god, I said something I wasn't supposed to say.
Don,
fine.
Put me down for the Fox Kids Transmetal Tarantulas.
Oh, such a beautiful figure.
Because that's worth the 25.
Yeah,
easily.
Well, go ahead and put that down because I don't have that linked for me. I have it. It's just not readily available right now.
So the way we're trying to price these is that they are on the low side of eBay, because we're not going to do eBay fees,
right?
So, and also they're priced to sell, but we don't also want to get ripped off. We want Amanda to get,
as much as possible.
As much as possible. Well, I say as much as possible within a reasonable
amount
of effort.
A fair, yeah.
It's just I don't mind doing it. It's just everybody's going to want pictures, and I'm going to have to take pictures and upload them to people. And with us having inventory in 3 weeks, it's going to be getting crazy at work.
So I need to post this as like a PDF or something. The stuff that's not been claimed, because I don't want to post this Google Doc because I don't want people to have write access.
Right.
Well, you can turn off write access.
I don't want people to see the notes and stuff. So I don't want people to say, oh, this has been claimed and all that. I just want them to have a dumb list.
Mm-hmm.
So
that way they can contact someone, and the first one to get, the first one that emails is the one that gets the item, because you may have a couple people inquire about the same thing.
Okay,
here's the thing. The only problem is if I get a couple emails for the same thing, I'm going to have to send pictures to everybody, and then everybody's going to be coming back at me. I was first. I want it. Oh, I now I don't want it because I got the picture.
I think you are assuming worst case scenario, which I do not expect to happen.
Okay.
I figure it's going to be more like the shirts. We're going to be waiting for people to.
Okay.
Well, that's my thought. I don't know. Though I have had 2 or 3 people saying they really want something to have something to remember JD by.
Yeah.
These are listeners. So. Well,
here's a little hint. I'm pessimistic, just in case y'all didn't know that.
No, that's good. We need pessimists. But what I also want to avoid are people who are like, yeah, I want it. Can you sell it to me for all of these for like X? Those are people who just want it for their store. But
yeah,
I don't want to come down from the prices that we have. So.
Oh, Brian, let me ask you this: do you think it might be better if we send the list to the guys at the store you're talking about?
Why?
Well, if they want a lot of it in bulk,
but we don't want to do bulk unless we have to. And honestly,
okay. Well, I was just thinking of getting Amanda a lot of money as fast as possible.
Well, in all honesty, they have so much Transformer stock that is just that they can't get
That's
through.
True.
So
That's true. Just a thought.
It's a good thought. I don't mean to just dismiss it, which is what I always do, and I'm sorry.
That's fine. It's okay.
It's like Kim. It's like when Kim and I talk. She says, "You think you're always right," and I'm like, "I know, and I'm sorry. I can't help it. It's just the way that I'm wired."
That's fine. Yeah. Well, just.
I am wired that way.
Yeah.
I'm wired to respond immediately with my opinion and then assume that my opinion aligns with reality, even though it doesn't always.
Well, the only thing we're going to have to do is basically turn the Google document into a text document with listing and price. I'm just saying if you can do such a thing.
Yeah. What I want to do is I want to do that, add a link to email.
You can directly you can make a copy of this and take out all the notes and stuff, and it gives you an option to export it as a PDF as is.
Yeah, but
so I mean, very simple to do.
I can do that.
Yeah.
I need to set up an email address, so I guess the email has to come to both of us. So I need to set up an email list that will email you and both of us. So we'll do that. So I guess Hangout, I need to go ahead and put the show together. So
okay.
Yeah, and then I put down for that Tarantulas, so
okay,
that's
cool.
in there. And sometime after the start of the month, I can come up with the money for.
Yeah, there's no
all this stuff.
Urgency on
well, it's better for me to just go ahead and do it early.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, see, shipping is going to basically be priority mail. I'm going to toss it in because I'm not going to do this multiple trips to the post office trying to get first class shipping on everything. I'm going to give their boxes, throw the stuff in neatly, and ship it off.
When it all possible.
Well, yeah, and the 3 things I have would move past first class anyway. So.
And you could probably squeeze it into the flat rate envelope.
I'm not sure if it arrives safe on some of that stuff.
I mean, that one power cord combiner I put down for it has some thin parts. I'd be worried about getting bent and snapped in an envelope. I mean, for some stuff, an envelope would be fine.
Yeah.
But I'm just as happy to have a box if it costs another $1 or $2 for the postage.
Yeah, I'm not trying to sound selfish or anything. It's just
no, Don, you got a ton of volume to work through there. Nobody's gonna think nobody's gonna think bad of you wanting to streamline the operation as much as you can.
John's asking if there's a list. I've sent it out to the mailing list several times. You should still be on the mailing list. I'll email it to you directly.
I mean, if I see it, everybody should see it because.
Even Triplet's still on that. I'll have the list to everyone else. I'll have the list out tomorrow. It shouldn't take me more than 15 minutes to do this.
Yeah, just to clean it up and then export and upload somewhere. It's very simple. I could do it, except I'm too lazy.
Exactly.
Also, I don't know what information you want removed, and at that point, you do it yourself.
I'm going to leave price. I'm going to leave condition.
Condition, obviously, yeah.
And that's in the description. That's pretty much it.
Basically, you're going to eliminate column G or H, whatever one.
E
and G or H.
I may leave G, which is the shipped from, so that people know who to contact. I'll leave that.
Okay, then H is what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. And I'll make the list. I'll make it a hyperlink for each name, just to save time. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna hop off so I can put the show together.
Okay.
Cool. See you guys. People watching live, thank you very much.
See you, everybody. Hang out soon.
Later.
Bye. Bye. People watching live, you're awesome.
Cool.
People watching live are great.